Yo, my boxing family, my boxing world, what is going on? It's your boy, it's your host, Wrapstar Boxing Knowledge. So, we're meant to have a debate today. We got the controversial figure, the man from the other side of the pond, Rick Glazer, supposed to join the chat today. So, we're going to have a little heated debate between me and him. But I want to tell you this Lomachenko is back. Vasily Lomachenko is fucking back. He's just done his due duties for his country. The man's been in the war representing his people. And even as representing his people, he took time out to represent and give his people support in Ukraine. Now the man is back and he wants to smoke. Lomachenko is back in business. And some boxing fans are just mad about it. And I'm going to introduce you no other than the man himself, who's in boxing 24/7. And when I say 24/7, would you believe, right, ladies and gentlemen, I spoke to Rick in the morning of my time. It must have been American time, early morning, and this man was working on boxing. He said, Rapstar, I can't do nothing today. I'm going to be doing some contracts. And the man was working, I think, in America at 1 o'clock in the morning, doing boxing. So no other than the man himself, Rick Glazer. How you doing, bro?
Good, Wrapstar. Glad to be on your show again, and like to say hello to all the great boxing enthusiasts out there. And fire away.
Hey, so we're going to start with the beginning, Rick. Before we go anywhere else, there's been a big news, and there's a few topics that we're going to touch on today. But the
Sure.
biggest news has been Lomachenko is back in America training, and he's left his country in Ukraine. He's now back in training in Los Angeles, and Lomachenko's back. And I'm telling you what, a lot of fans are excited and a lot of fans are hating on it. But I will say this, the hate's coming from the American black fanboys for Devin Haney, which are the channels that they've got in America. They're hating on Lomachenko, calling him all kinds of names. And it's like they don't want the fight. Now, for us as boxing fans, we are excited to see what Lomachenko's got left in the lightweight division. How do you feel about him returning from his duties in Ukraine?
Well, I'm excited because he always adds every time he fights ESPN corporate, the news and stuff, not just the boxing. He makes big news every time he fights. So he's great for boxing. He does unbelievable ratings. And once he gets this first fight behind his belt, Jermaine Ortiz, once that happens, and they're gonna hopefully him and Haney are gonna meet. And listen, if Haney wins, everybody will say, "Oh, he's the real deal." If he loses, they're gonna say he's a fraud. So it's he should be Haney. Haney's a young guy, 23 years old, going on 24. He's got 10 years on Lomachenko, 10 years younger. And also that, Lomachenko's had 400 amateur fights, and he's had a long, making weight every day in those tournaments takes a lot out of you. So who knows what he can have left. But you know what? Haney should win the fight. I don't see why not. And I don't understand what the complaint is from everybody because of the fact that why would there be a complaint? Because Haney should win the fight and be crowned even though he's the undisputed champ right now, it'll put the icing on the cake that he beats a big name like Lomachenko. He has it on his resume. So I don't know what the hate is about. I don't know if they're afraid of Lomachenko. I don't know what they're thinking, but why the hate? I don't know. I just
Well,
can't.
I'll tell you what they're saying. I mean, I'm going to tell you how it is today, and I'm going to tell you that
Sure.
I know the Haneys. I know Bill Haney really well, and Bill Haney actually goes to all these channels and he poisons them. He tells them
Mhm.
bad things about Lomachenko. Do you know what he was saying today? Bill
No.
Haney went on a channel today saying that Loma didn't fight the war. Loma's a kind of a coward. He's left those people alone. He's left them behind. Now, I want to
Uh,
ask you
he,
this.
he was he
Bill
was
Haney,
over
right? Let
there.
me just, can I just
He,
finish though,
yep.
Rick? Because
Sure.
Bill
Sure.
Haney in England, we supported Devin Haney. We
Right.
supported Devin Haney and Bill Haney for years. And I'm
Hmm.
going to say this, those channels that he's embracing, and he puts his shirt on that I'm with these channels and everybody else is nothing. It's kind of like a distasteful thing about Bill Haney. Now, with Bill as well, what I don't like about him, he comes over to England and he embraces us and he hangs out and he thinks that, yeah, he's part of England. But really, This guy is embracing the people now who've been racist towards our British culture. He has been embracing people which has called us white motherfuckers, and he's embracing these kind of channels which call Tyson Fury's wife a white cracker. They call Tyson Fury's babies and kids white little baby crackers. And Bill Haney is part of that group, Rick Glazer. He is one of the chairmen of
Well,
LDBC officially.
let's put it this way. Do you really think it surprises me? I'm just hearing this for the first time, but do you think it surprises me? No, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, but
So,
Rick, come on, you represent boxing. He's got a big position, and he calls people. He's hanging out with people which have been racist towards the British culture. But these are the British people which have supported his
no,
son.
no, no. I'm not supporting Bill Haney. I'm saying to you, I'm not surprised he's doing this. Is what I'm saying. I'm not
Yeah, but
supporting
how
Bill
could
Haney.
you do this? You represent world boxing, and you are sitting with people on their channels and different people which have been racist and diabolically disgusting, stupid motherfucking people that I've never seen in
Well,
boxing using they use the victim card. Now, Bill Haney should know better. He has been given some great opportunities for his kid. And he has been given some of the lucrative offers that Devin Haney's had that other fighters haven't had in this world. But he uses the victim card in
oh, I know.
America,
That's
and he tells all his people, well, black people never get a fair shout. I have to work really hard for Devin Haney. You people need to support us. Those people are against us. And I'm going to say this. I used to be okay with Bill before, but I realized he was a bit of a funny character when he tried to use me behind the scenes to say, I need you to push my son and come against Teofimo Lopez. And I said, Bill, I don't do things like that. You can come to my channel, but I'm going to have my opinion. I'm not going to follow your opinions. So I left it at that time. Did you know that Bill Haney thought I was a black man for at least a few weeks until he found out I wasn't black anymore? And then when he found out I wasn't black, he said certain things about Eddie Hearn and some white people that I kept quiet. But when he found out I wasn't black, he didn't want to speak to me the same way, Rick.
That's phoniness on his part, and I'm not surprised. He is what he is. He can't help himself. He's a guy that was a street hustler his whole life, and has a kid that can really fight his ass off, and the kid pulled the father up is what happened. So that'll happen. Now he's acting like a big shot. That's just how it works. What can you say? I mean, he is what he is. He can't help himself.
Yeah, but he uses the victim card in America,
Of
right?
course he
With
does.
with
Of
some of
course he
these
does.
with
Of
these
course he does.
LGBT cult. It's like a cult in America. They only
Yep.
support black people and they hate on everybody else.
Yep. I get called racist names every day by them. And they say, "Oh, just because you're married to a black woman like I am," they said that doesn't mean you're not racist. I said, "Okay, do you think I would have bothered to meet my wife and get to know her if I was racist, didn't like black people?" I mean, it's stupidity, absolutely stupidity. Just it never stops.
It's
You know.
distasteful though, because we do support his son, and he's trying
Yeah.
to eliminate every other race. It's like the Latino people ain't shit, the white people ain't shit, the Chinese people ain't shit. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
it's the
not going to get you the
mentality.
support
Listen,
for your
it's the
kid.
mentality. It's the mentality of the uneducated. That's basically what it is. And I'm sorry to say that about anybody but Bill Haney. That's the educational level. That's the mentality of the uneducated. That's all there is to it. What can you say? So he is what
Well,
he
let me
is.
start with the first narrative. Now, I do know Mauricio Suleiman himself personally, and he told me, Wrapstar, when Lomachenko got elevated, I want to tell the whole boxing world because I will bring Mauricio Suleiman to the channel soon, or if not, he'll be coming soon. But he told me, he said, Wrapstar, Lomachenko got elevated because he wanted more titles to become undisputed. Devin
Hmm.
Haney didn't have anything to offer Loma at the time. And also, when Loma got
And,
elevated,
and was unknown because he had been fighting on an app. But keep going.
yeah, so Devin Haney basically had nothing to offer Lomachenko. Now you
Hmm.
got channels all over the United States, the Devin Haney channels, the Bill Haney racist channels, and they're saying, oh, Lomachenko doesn't deserve the undisputed fight. He ducked Devin Haney. So I want to kill that narrative
No, he didn't
because
duck. I know the
you can
guy.
tell everybody.
I know the guy that brokered the deal between Haney, between Top Rank, between all and the WBC. He's a gentleman a nice gentleman who lives in New York City. He's a dear friend of mine. I know the whole story, and nobody ducked anyone. Zero. Okay, nobody ducked. Haney didn't duck him, and he didn't duck Haney. It was a business relationship resulting from Top Rank, the WBC, Haney, and Lomachenko, and everybody agreed to it. Lomachenko was the last to find out about it. Him and his people were the last. The deal was already made if Lomachenko's side said yes. So it's all bullshit. You know what? It's more bullshit by these people, and I mean, we spend way too much talking about Bill Haney. I mean, realistically, I mean, he's not in my life, and I'm just glad he's not. Let's leave it like that.
Yeah, but he does really smartly use the YouTube channels as his
Yeah,
side
yeah, he
side
does.
girls.
He does. But then guys like me come on and out him, for what he is. We know what he is. Okay.
And you know what? Bill Haney knows, yeah? He makes comments on my channel. At the end of the day, look, Bill, I got nothing against you, Bill. I understand at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. But this is distasteful, Bill. Because at the end of the day, these were the same people which were being racist against my fucking British people, calling us all kinds of fucking names. So it's hard for me not to have a distasteful.
All I know is anytime I've talked to anybody in boxing from Great Britain or from the UK or from Ireland and or from Ireland, whether they were in the business or they're boxing enthusiasts or fans, they've been absolutely great. People in the boxing business, they're honorable that are from the UK and Ireland, and people that are boxing enthusiasts, they really enjoy boxing and they really are into it really, really heavily. And there's nothing about the UK people or the people from Ireland I don't like. They're great people. Everybody's polite and they get really enthusiastic at the fights. There's nothing to complain about. Great people.
Yeah. So look, you heard it right here from yourselves. This is Rick Glazer. No one else but the man who's been in boxing probably before some of us have been born. Can you please tell everybody when you actually got into boxing and how
Uh,
you got into boxing? Because that's a story that you haven't really shared with some of our people.
okay. Well, I got in boxing in '91. I was in the '80s. I was in the '70s and '80s. From when I was age 16 to 1989, was 74 to 89 for 15 years. I was a racketeer. I was involved in bookmaking, loan sharking, extortion, and odometer rollbacks on used cars, and basically, all those things. So, and I didn't make any mince about it. I pled guilty in '90, and basically they gave the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, and the U.S. Attorney's Office erred in my case, and the judge gave me 5 years probation and a $50,000 fine. And the probation officer kept making me go to probation and made me take urine tests, even though I had no history of drug use or alcohol use. And we went back to the federal judge, and he said, "Listen, do something for the community. You've been robbing the community long enough. Do something for the community, and I'll give you. You only have to go once a month, and you don't have to do any urine testing anymore." So I went down to the local boxing gym, the PAL, the Police Athletic League, but where the kids didn't have supporting fathers and stuff like that, and from low income area. And I started, going to the gym, taking the kids to the Golden Gloves, paying for them to go. The coaches took them. I didn't take them, but made it affordable for everybody to go. I paid for everything, equipment for the kids. And the next thing I know is a couple of kids wanted to turn pro. And that was my forte in the boxing in 1991. And that happened in 99 to 91 with the amateurs. And then in 91, I got involved professionally January 1st of 1991. And the rest is history. So I've had the luxury of working with 44 world champions, former world champions, number one contenders, and other notable fighters. And I'm in the New York State Boxing Hall of Fame now. I'm an elector of Canastota, which means I vote on people to go in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. It's Canastota. And I've been an expert witness in many, many lawsuits over the years. And my company, glazerboxing.com, is a worldwide provider, a 24/7, 365 provider of quality supplemental services to promoters, TV networks, managers, fighters, TV production companies, networks, streaming services, casinos, and attorneys and media agencies. And that's what I do. I do it 24/7, 365. The one thing you'll never hear come out of my mouth ever, Wrapstar, is, why are you calling me at this hour? That'll never happen. It's if somebody's important enough to call in the middle of the night, it's important enough for me to pick up the phone.
Yeah, you work all hours of the globe because you work in all different places, different parts of
Yeah.
the world, right?
Yep. Exactly.
So,
I mean,
so
I'll be on the phones starting at again with clients starting at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I basically from 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the morning, that 4 hour period's a little slow. So I tend to go on the podcasts and stuff like that and do interviews and stuff like that. And reporters call me and ask questions, and that's all good. And then I start the grind at 3 o'clock in the morning again.
wow. So I will say this: if you guys have got any questions for Rick Glazer in the chat, I'll be happy to highlight your question. Yeah, because the man has been in boxing business for over 22 years. Is that correct?
31
About
years,
22 years?
31.
Sorry, 31 years. Sorry, I got it
Mhm.
wrong. 31 years. The
Yep.
man's been in boxing. So let me ask you this, Rick. The highs
Hmm.
of lows of boxing. What's your biggest achievement that you can say that you've seen or you felt by being in this industry?
It's not anything big I've ever done in one thing. It's just that I do a quality job every single day, no matter how big and no matter how small the situation is. So it's not how big anything is. And the biggest fight I was ever involved with that I was a principal was Roy Jones, and when I principal decision makers, what I mean by that, Roy Jones versus Joe Calzaghe. That was in November of 2008. It was Joe's last fight. And he soundly beat Roy Jones. He was dropped in the first. It was in Madison Square Garden on HBO pay-per-view. It was on TV in the UK. It was everywhere actually. But that was the biggest fight that I've ever had. Was a principal, got the fighters together, made the deal, all that kind of stuff. But
Okay, that was a great fight to be involved in, to be honest, because
yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I'll tell you a side story to that whole thing. Every time the British press had my number, because and the press releases, they were sending out my phone number as one of the contact people. Well, I was getting calls in the middle of the night, and they were shocked I was up. They were like they were stunned. They thought they'd get a voicemail, leave a message. I'd pick up the phone. They didn't. They were fumbling for words. They didn't think I was going to pick up the phone. So that was that got the 24/7, 365 going. That was the
yeah.
that
I
was it
mean, one
right
of the
there.
most underrated fighters coming out of England was Joe Calzaghe.
Nah,
One of the
he's
great
the
fighters
greatest.
was Joe Calzaghe with a duo with his dad. What a great team. His
Right.
father made, his son into a great fighter. And
Yeah, and his
let's
father
not
never
forget,
trained. His father never trained another fighter before that. It's amazing his
no,
story.
what an amazing story that was with Joe
Uh-huh.
Calzaghe.
Yeah, no
And he
question about it.
retired undefeated.
Yep, 46-0. Great guy, classy. The father was a fiery little guy. I loved him, Enzo, and zero complaints. Loved working with them. For that in that production there, and they, just a great guy. Joe's great. I consider Joe Calzaghe the number one super middleweight of all time. So not Roy. People say Roy Jones, but I don't agree. I think it's Calzaghe.
Yeah, no, Calzaghe was a great fighter coming out of Wales. Rest in peace to
Hmm.
his dad. And let's not forget, I remember the biggest controversy fight was him and Bernard Hopkins, because Bernard Hopkins said he will never lose to a white man. Do you remember that?
Yep, he lost to a whole bunch of white guys after that. Joe Calzaghe was one, Kovalev was another, and then he got knocked cold by Joe Smith in his last fight. So he lost to three guys that were white.
Yeah, Bernard Hopkins is a great fighter in his own right. And,
Hmm.
yeah, man, that's, you know what, Rick? I would be proud of that achievement if I was involved in making that fight or match fixing that fight with Roy Jones and Joe Calzaghe. I think that's a good
Yep.
achievement.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good achievement. So let's move on. What's your lows? What's the lowest things you've seen in boxing? Not to say that somebody might have cheated you or you've trusted people and you must have thought to
Yeah,
yourself,
I
you
mean,
tried your
I mean,
hardest with many boxers and boxers had left you because they didn't like to do they found someone bigger than you. I mean,
no,
what's
no.
your lows?
I've never actually had that actually happen, because I don't really handle fighters directly. I provide supplemental services, and also that I advise fighters that have managers and stuff. I advise managers that have fighters, so not really, never had that difficulty. The ugliest thing I've seen in boxing, I've seen fighters get cheated, in various ways. Fighters using steroids against fighters that aren't using steroids. I've seen money where there's 500,000 in a fight, and the manager goes and tells the fighter 300. There's 300,000, and the manager grabs 200,000 on the side. Then he grabs 33 to third from the kid. He's making 300,000. The kid's basically making 200,000. That doesn't count paying the trainer. So I've seen some ugly things like that in boxing, but I haven't been directly, I don't direct myself involved with those kind of situations, because what I do is, if they're going to do that, I step away from the deal and I tell the promoter, you go make the deal, just pay me. I don't want to get involved in this deal. What this guy's trying to do, you do what you got to do. So, I'm very fighter oriented. I understand what they go through every day. It's not if being a fighter is not an easy thing. It's a very tough thing. It's a very tough way to make a living.
Hey, so everybody smash the like button. We've got Danny Medina in the building, passionate puncher. And we got one of our main subscribers like John McSmith, Peter Von Ark, Stephen 47, Blessed Son. Blessed Son says Rick's the man. John McSmith says salute to Wrapstar and the legendary man himself, Mr. Rick Glazer. Cool Boy says Devon said he'll never get beat by a white boy. So he is taught by that mentality from Bill Haney, says Cool Boy. Tycho
Hmm.
TV, Brian Guzman in the building. So look, let's keep it moving. Now, I've seen some boxing business. And I know you're in the business, but you're very vocal, man, and you're not scared to speak. And I think that's why people either love you or they hate you. They call you the most controversial figure in boxing. At the moment, you have this title. Rick
Hmm.
Glazer has a title because of the way he sometimes is straightforward. Now, I have seen in my own eyes, and this is a very open channel. I don't hide
Hmm.
anything from the subscribers here.
Hmm.
I've seen dirty business in boxing. I've seen my friend who's a fighter. You can call him a journeyman, but they changed his contract last minute. They gave him a last minute solution. Boxing can be dirty sometimes, and there's too many middlemen in the game. And also, it's not just a dirty business. It's a business that if you're not very smart in the business, you'll get eaten up in the business
Hmm.
overnight. It doesn't matter the money you have, it's the contacts. Now, I'm going to use a phrase boxing has always been a gangster's paradise. Would you agree with any of these statements?
Well, of course I do. There's no question about it. But it's a funny thing about gangsters coming into boxing. And actually, this is the rap star. Don't laugh if I say this to you, but they come in as outsiders, so they tend to behave very well in boxing because of it, and they tend to come in more soft spoken and not carrying a big stick like you think they would. And I've seen it. I've like I said, I've been in boxing 31 years. Before I was in boxing, there was Harold Smith. There was a Ross Fields, Harold Smith. There, the fraudulent name they used and stuff. But basically speaking, that's the way it is. And they come in boxing with a different because the boxing's already in place and they're trying to get in. So they come in polite. They behave. They don't put the muscle on people. Now they have the aura to go along with them, the reputation, of course, but they actually behave very well when they come into boxing. It's a funny thing. The people that don't behave well in boxing and cheat people and do all that kind of stuff, that's mostly guys that are, believe it or not, are very close to the fighter. They just didn't just sign the fighter up as a professional manager. They're real close to the fighter, from the guy's own hometown, and where the fighter trusts the guy, and those are the guys robbing people. So it's not the big time people that are robbing people.
Right. So boxing is a very, very tough business then behind the scenes.
Oh
It
yeah,
seems
there's
like,
no question about it. Not easy, believe me. As I told somebody once a few years ago, some of these guys, if they didn't have to spend all those money in legal fees every year, they'd really get rich. But these guys spend massive amounts of money protecting themselves with lawyers and stuff like that, and it's sad but true. Just the way it is.
yeah, it is like that. Maybe I know there is certain stories that's out there that Don King and many people used to pressure different ways to do different fights. They had sanctioning bodies in their pockets. We also know that certain sanctioning bodies have been seen, and also there's a case recently that they took bribes to get their fighters in position. So sometimes it's who you know, and it's also how you position yourself to get to these people. So sometimes it's not just how great you are as you're with your fighter, it's the people you know in the industry that can push your weight. So is that correct? If you know the sanctioning bodies, you can make friendship with them, and if they know that you'll put the money up for the fighter, they'll find ways to get you into the rankings.
Well, I've never had anybody from a sanctioning body approach me for any money at all or any favors at all. I've had people from the sanctioning bodies say to me, "Hey, listen, I'm going to move this fighter up for you or put this fighter higher in the rankings for you, but you got this other fighter here, and I'm not going to move him up even though he won." And blah blah blah. And he says it's a little bit of a trade. I thought, yeah, I look at it as a trade off. I said, okay, fine. At least for now, let's do this. Then let's work on getting this other guy moved up. That you didn't move up, things like that. But nobody's ever approached me for any money and stuff. I have a good relationship with 3 out of the 4 organizations, very good. The one I don't have that good, but no reason for it. I just don't, and I don't pursue it. And the other 3, they're very good to me, and I have no complaints. They're all quality people, and I have nothing negative to say. I hear things about certain people and certain people doing things with other people, but I don't get treated that way, and my fighters get moved up, and I'm happy, and I have nothing to complain about. So whether they're doing additional things for additional people, special things for other people, I don't know. All I know is that I can't complain about anything.
Okay. Now, Rick, we got a question here from Peter Vonnox. Do you see the question?
No, I'm not. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me look. Does
Does
Rick
Rick go on then?
remember the McKinley Park Inn owned by Victor Libertor? I played that club a lot. Of course I do. I knew Victor very well. Matter of fact, I believe he's passed on. I'm pretty sure. Um, he was a great guy. In fact, I'm positive he passed on. He was a great guy, and I knew the McKinley Park Inn, even though I didn't go there. But I knew Victor. What happened was years ago we were all on our way to Fort Lauderdale. I was on the same plane as Victor, and some guy accosted his daughter. Um, a daughter. No, maybe it was his niece, something at the airport. I don't care. I think it was his niece, and accosted his niece. And I grabbed the guy and knocked his hand off her and stuff like that and stuff. And Victor was always in. I did not indebted to me, but he always every time he saw me, oh, let me buy you dinner, and oh my God, and I was a kid at the time. I'm talking about 1978. I was like 20 years old at the time, So it was a he was a quality. Victor was a quality guy, very wealthy. Now, what did Peter do there? Peter, what did he do? Play in a band? Remember? Does Rick? Yeah, I played that club. Yeah, now where's Peter from? Ask Peter where he's from. Hello.
Yeah, Peter, you heard that. Where you from, Peter? Rick wants to know where you from. All right, mate. Hey, listen, we got bacon and eggs in the building, which is one of our subscribers from Australia. We got Australia in the building right now. So you got a question for Rick? Go ahead, fire up. You got more than enough time to ask some questions to Rick Glazer himself. Anyway, we got MFB. I hope Devon gets that nose
Those
widened
widen
even
even more.
more by Lomachenko.
Oh my God, I've never heard that line before. To be honest with you, that's great. That's
Yeah.
very funny.
Yeah, let's see
That's
what
a
else is there. They hate Rick. So Don says they hate Rick because he tells the truth. Okay.
absolutely,
Okay, looks
absolutely.
like
I'm I'm,
so
hate, I'm hated. I'm hated for a good reason.
okay, well,
It's
okay. Okay. Well, Tip Baylor says slick Rick. Um Wrapstar, what's up, bruv? Says Tip Bayless. Anyway, Peter Von Ark says what do you say? Oh, it's always
litigation is always
expensive.
expensive.
Lawyers.
Lawyers are chomping at the bit. Yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
Legislation. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see what Don says anyway. Because we never get to the chat when you're on here. We always talk. And I think it's about time we see what the people want to speak to you about, right? Right. We got Don
Wait,
says,
Rick,
Rick.
Rick, this is your lane, my man. Don't ever do that H money monkey show stuff again. They don't deserve your now. Well, thank you. No, I'm not doing that show anymore. Those people are yelling and screaming at me. I'm trying to explain something to them, teach them things, and they're off. They're off what they think and what they believe, and that's not how I conduct myself. So that's the story there.
All right. Peter's got an answer for you. I played
I
with
play with
Walter Scott
Walter
at
Scott.
Victor's play.
Is
Yeah, go
is
on.
Peter a Buffalonian? Is he from here?
I
Ask
don't
him,
know.
or he can hear me, I guess. So
So
yeah,
Tygo TV says we got a nice crowd here. Smash that like button. Yeah, mate. Smash that like
yeah.
button.
Smash that like button.
Right, we're going to now ask some questions to the most controversial figure that seems to be out there in boxing today. Now, Rick, I've got to ask you this. A man like you who's in boxing, there's a lot of people which attack you. They say you make statements against boxers that are really not fair because you support the brand. You shouldn't be coming at the boxers like the fans do because you, as a boxing man, should have the integrity. This is all I'm saying here, that you shouldn't be saying things like, oh, Errol Spence is this, or Teofimo Lopez is this, and I don't know, maybe this guy is this. That's the fans' job. I think a lot of people attack you on this Twitter, Instagram because they don't appreciate how you come at fighters. What's your answer about that?
Well, if I didn't, I wouldn't be the guy that I am. I mean, I tell it like it is. I mean, what am I going to do? Be selective? In other words, just say, "Oh, he's a wonderful guy," or "He's a wonderful fighter," when he's not. He's shot. He should get a new train, or he should get a new trainer, or whatever reason that I'm talking about a fighter. I just tell the truth. That's me. If people are offended by the truth, I can't help that. That's the person I am. Okay. I mean, let me tell you about how truthful I am, Rapstar. You want to hear how truthful I am?
Go on.
I walked up years ago. I walked up to a gorgeous woman that I saw from like 40 feet away. Okay, maybe it was 50 feet away. And I said, I'm not going to walk across this room right now. I didn't, I'm sorry, I didn't walk across this room right now, just now to tell you how wonderful you look from the other side of the room. I'm going to tell you, you're gorgeous, you're hot, and I want to go out with you. She said, that's the most honest, upfront approach I've ever heard in my entire life. Okay, let me give you my phone number. And I went out with her. Okay, I went out with her actually for quite a while. Okay, That's how you do things. You be upfront with people. There's no con. I don't walk up to women and say, "Hey, can I buy you a drink?" No. Okay. Or, oh, do I know you from somewhere? No. You take a direct approach and you say, hey, they got a nice outfit. You got a great outfit on. Where'd you get it? Blah, blah, blah. Go on from there. You don't say, hey, can I buy you? You be honest with people. You be straight up with people and you tell them like it is. That's all there is to it. Doesn't matter what it is. One of
Okay,
the
well, let me
reasons,
make some statements. You say
sure.
you got to be honest. Now, that's your opinion of honesties. I'm going to give you a few statements here, right?
Right.
You made a statement, and everybody in this chat and the subscribers, they'll come through later. They know that we have spoke to these people. They come on our channels. They support our
Hmm.
channels just like you do, and
Hmm.
we respect everyone in boxing, you know. And
Sure.
we have a great champion and the WXWBC champion who comes and supports our channels. And also, we've been supporting him from a long time, Nanito Donaire. He
Hmm.
has a wife which is very knowledgeable. She has given us a lot of good insights, and she was
Hmm.
called Manager of the Year. A lot of people was in support of that because it's women power. She
Hmm.
supported her husband, and she's made
Hmm.
it to a level that she's got herself in this boxing business, which is very tough, very
Hmm.
brutal. You have to
Hmm.
have thick skin for it. And she was getting a lot of praise. And to be fair with you, she's a very great person. You know, Rachel
Hmm.
Donaire was doing
Hmm.
is doing a lot for the sport with her husband,
Hmm.
and she's inspired so many other people. But you came out and you said she shouldn't be the manager of the year. She shouldn't be nominated because I'll let you explain why.
Because she's not in the boxing business. She manages a fighter. There's people that manage four, five, six fighters that have big accomplishments in any given year. The Rick Morrigans, the Keith Conleys, and all these people that manage fighters and manage multiple fighters. Okay, and she manages a fighter. If she wasn't the wife of that fighter, she wouldn't be the manager. I'll leave it like that. She's not a fight manager. She has a fighter. There's a big difference. That's why I'm not saying that she's not qualified. I'm not saying she's not capable. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if she was not the wife of that fighter, then she would not be the manager. He would have not just hired her if she was Rachel Smith, okay, and he was married to somebody else. It doesn't work like that. That's fantasy shit. Okay, she's not a fight manager. The person calling the shots, from what everybody tells me, there is Richard Schaefer. Okay, he's involved. He's the promoter of the fighter. He's making her look like a genius. Okay, that's a fact.
But do you
Okay,
not think, like, with these conversations that have took place where you've not been around and people understand what kind of thick skin you need to do this business boxing, and you got to admire that she has put herself in position to be able to be in that sport with her husband to do a job that's not easy to do.
I didn't. I didn't say it was, but
Right, but I
but
think
my
she it was an inspiration for others to know that as a woman she became nominated for Manager of the Year.
well, that's fine. I have no problem with her being nominated. I don't think she deserves the title of a manager of the year. She's not a fight manager. She manages a fighter because it's her husband. Like I
Right.
said, if she wasn't the manager, if she wasn't married to him, she wouldn't be the manager. He wouldn't have hired her. Okay. Richard Schaefer's the brains there. He's the promoter of the fighter. He's calling the shots, not her. And that's fine. If she wants to live off that reputation of being.
Hey Rick, I lost you, mate. Hey Rick, can you hear me? Anyway, I think Rick's come off because of this technical issues. We might have Rick Glazer coming back in a second right now. But look, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, everyone's got their opinion. Now, everyone's got their opinion, whether you
Hello.
like it or not. That's Rick Glazer's opinion. That's what he says. So he gets a lot of criticism for it. But I'm here to ask the tough questions, and I'm sure Rick Glazer's not scared to answer the questions.
Hello.
Are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
you were finishing up.
Yeah, I just said that. Basically speaking, is like I said, everybody tells me Richard Schaefer calls the shots, and I have to believe that. He's a veteran boxing guy. He worked with De La Hoya. I mean, he's worked with a lot of champions and stuff. He's got another champion right now. And let's just see how many fighters that she manages to success when Donaire retires. And then we'll call her a fight manager. But right now, she's the manager of a fighter. Okay, that doesn't make her a fight manager. Okay, she's the wife. That's what she is.
Well, she's a great person. She's a very knowledgeable lady, and
I'm not saying she's
she's
not.
doing a lot. She's doing a lot in the boxing world. But look, Rick, you got your points, and that's what it's about. If they want to make points, they're more than welcome to come and see us and tell us their view. But I understand what you're saying. You got your views, and that's why we're here. But we're gonna move it on. Recently, you made a I don't know if it was a tweet, but you put something out there on Teofimo Lopez. You
Mm-hmm.
said Teofimo Lopez has pathetic and bad footwork. Is that correct?
No, I said he's off balance, is what I did say.
You didn't say he had pathetic footwork.
No, I said he was off balance.
Okay,
He's got
explain.
bad balance. Bad balance, I said.
Yeah, so I see you got criticism maybe for that. That why would you? What's Teofimo Lopez's bad balance? What do you see?
He looks like a dog taking a piss on a fire hydrant when he misses a punch. He's completely off balance. I mean, a blind man can see that.
But Teo is a really good fighter,
That
and at
doesn't
the
mean
end of the day, at,
he's got good
at the end of
balance.
the day, the kid, I don't know. You say he's got bad balance, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when he
Mm-hmm.
when he misses, he's off.
Right.
What
He
is he?
looks like a
Was he
dog.
off balance?
He's like, what is H Money saying? Read this to me. I can't bear it. This nigger called me H Monkey. I didn't do that. What's he talking about?
I don't
He
know.
talking about me?
Yeah, I don't know what he's saying.
I don't know either. I didn't say anything. That's a quick line, Rick. You still a virgin? What are you talking about?
It looks like H Money and you got something going on.
I don't know. I don't have any problem with H Money. I don't even know what he's talking about. But anyways, to
Yeah.
make a long story short, he's got bad balance. That doesn't mean he's not a real good fighter. He's
Yeah.
got bad balance. He every time he misses, he falls all over the place. He looks like a dog taking a piss on a fire hydrant.
Yeah, see that though. Look, I gotta be honest with you. I'm a big fan in boxing. The way you say these things, right? People can't understand it because he's a great fighter, the ex-unified undisputed in some people's eyes, who beat Lomachenko, and Lomachenko's got the best balance in boxing
Well,
worldwide. No,
here's
no, but
another one.
let's just
Sure.
finish this. Some people are getting rubbed in the wrong way because they're thinking that you made that statement. They're thinking that you don't understand how good of a fighter the kid is as well. Now,
I think he's a great, excellent fighter. Borders on greatness. That doesn't mean he's got great balance. It doesn't mean he's got good balance. He's got bad balance. That's all. I mean, there's no. You could still be an excellent fighter and have bad balance. It's just that he's got bad balance. That's all there is to it. He looks like a dog taking a piss on a fire hydrant when he misses a punch. His feet come off the ground. He's off balance. He's like he's
so
on.
when have you seen Teofimo Lopez, right? Apart from the George Kambosos fight, when have you seen him vulnerable, right?
The
With
last
this bad balance,
this
with this
fight
bad
this,
balance that you're talking about,
this
when have
past
you
fight
seen him vulnerable? When has
the
Teofimo Lopez looked vulnerable to you, apart from the George Kambosos fight? Let's not
and
talk
this
about the
fight.
George Kambosos fight.
Well, yeah, he had very bad balance in that fight. Before that, he looked fine, and I didn't say he had bad balance before that, but he
So
had
you're
bad
saying
balance
this
in that
bad
fight
balance has happened in the George Kambosos fight for you?
and this fight here the other day. Yeah, both of
You
them.
don't think the fight he had the other day, right? Teofimo Lopez went to the first time at 140. He's got to now adjust at 140. He managed to outbox this kid, and then he managed to bully this kid who was
I
bigger than him.
understand. Wrapstar,
I'm just saying
Wrapstar,
at some
you're
point, and some
confusing.
point,
You're
if he's got bad balance, what the fuck has I'm thinking about other fighters then.
A
If
lot of
he's
fighters
got
have
bad
bad
balance.
balance. A lot of fighters have bad balance, and it shows up when you fight other really good fighters. He fought George Kambosos. It's not even a great fighter, and the bad balance showed up. Bad balance will show up with really good fighters. It doesn't show up where you lose because of it against bad fighters. But you can have bad balance when you fight a bad fighter. That doesn't mean the other fighter is going to be able to take advantage of it because he's a B fighter and you're an A fighter. But if you're fighting another A fighter, that guy will take advantage of that fact.
Right. So I got the tweet here. Yeah. The tweet was you put out there that Teofimo Lopez, his balance was pathetic.
Right. There you go. Yeah, it was.
And that rubs boxing in a bad way. Because look, Rick, I understand you got those views, yeah. But he's also such a good, like you said, he's borderline greatness. You said it
Yeah.
yourself. Teofimo Lopez is borderline greatness, but
Before, well,
his
he
balance is
looked like
off.
he looked
I don't
awful
understand. I don't understand a fighter like him. How did he beat the pound for pound number one, number two, the fucking pound for
because
pound
his
guy that
balance
the whole world right
because
now is
I'll
talking
answer
about
the question.
Lomachenko, Rick?
Right.
The whole
I'll,
fucking world is talking about Lomachenko, and this kid beat a fighter who's
I'm
got the
not
best
I'm not
balance.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but you're missing what I'm saying. I didn't say he had bad balance before George Kambosos. He had very bad balance in the Kambosos fight and very bad balance the other night. He did not have it prior to that. He had his feet under him. That's why he's got bad balance because it's so different from what it was where it was very good and now it's very bad. So it's more pronounced to an eagle eye like myself. Now, if he never had good balance, that's just him. But you saw good balance at one time. Now the balance is really bad. So that's the difference. Do you see what I'm saying now or you don't?
Look, you're saying this has happened recently. This
Yes.
wasn't the Teofimo Lopez that you
Correct.
saw coming up
Correct.
in boxing. Now,
Correct.
Rick's actually rectifying what he's saying here. He's saying that lately he
Right.
doesn't like Teofimo Lopez's balance.
Terrible. It's because at one time it was good, so it's more pronounced. If he always had bad balance, you just say, okay, that's him. Okay, that's how he fights. Okay, but you saw he used to have good balance. Now he's got bad balance, so you see the difference.
Man, Rick, I understand, right, that you're saying that, but some people just find it hard. They don't look at him the
Because
way you do.
they're listen. This is something that I've made a living at for 31 years. I get paid for my expertise. Okay, this is what I do. This is how I make my living. I see things that most people don't see. It's just the way it is. Okay,
Well,
what is this guy?
I'm
What's this
pulling
guy
up
saying?
some stats.
How is it not?
I'm pulling up some stats, and it says
How
he
is it? How
landed.
is it she not what she has a fighter? Then what is she? It's because I just explained that. But this is about Donaire's wife. It's because she is the manager of a fighter that is her husband. If she would not have the fighter, if it wasn't her, they weren't husband and wife, and she doesn't manage any other fighters, and she won't when he retires, she'll go off into the wild blue yonder. Let's see how successful is she's without that great fighter. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Look, Rick, I'm gonna say this to you, right? I pulled up some stats because you make comments like that about Teofimo the takeover. You got to remember his stats right now. He landed 52% of his power punches shots on his back foot. Everybody, listen to me. What I'm fucking saying here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Teofimo Lopez landed 52% of his power punches in the last fight on his back foot.
He fought.
Counter
He
with
fought.
counter with
He
counter
he
with a
fought a
2-1.
guy. He fought a guy that he was supposed to
Can I
beat.
finish it though?
Sure.
All right, let me finish it. And and knocked down his opponent with a jab. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? At the end
Hmm.
of the day, that's good balance. If you think about a guy, I'm just asking the chat. If
No,
Teofimo Lopez landed 52% of his power punches on his
no,
last fight on his back foot and ended up knocking down the guy and then stopping the guy, has he not got enough good enough great balance? What you got to say about that one, Rick?
no. It has nothing to do with it. He looks like a dog taking a piss on a fire hydrant when he misses a punch. He overextends himself. His feet are not under him like they used to be. You can see it. Go look at his prior fights when he was winning compared to his last two fights. He looks like two different fighters with his feet. I'm telling you, it's not even close.
Yeah. Well, look, everybody got their opinion, you know. That's why I think Rick's just got his own opinions. And when he says his opinions, you know what I mean? People don't like it because you're in the business of boxing and they think the way you speak about boxers is not right. You know what I mean?
Well, no, let me sugarcoat it. He looked wonderful. I want to stick my tongue up his ass. Come on. If people want to hear the truth, listen. If you don't, go away. That's all there is to it.
All
Fuck
right, I'm
everybody.
asking you this. Is this I'm gonna ask you these questions. Is this narrative or is this the truth? Devin Haney is the boringest fighter in boxing today. He's the boringest person that anybody wants to watch.
Well,
That's what everybody's saying in the internet. Is
he's
Devin
he
Haney? I'm gonna ask you this like a quiz for you. Is
sure.
Devin Haney the boringest fighter in boxing, or what do you think?
He's one of the. I'm not saying he's the boringest because I haven't seen everybody recently, but he's one of the boringest. Yes,
Why is he
definitely.
so boring, man? Why is Devin Haney,
Because
the
because he's
undisputed
because
fighter, so
because he's
fucking
he's
boring?
not he's not a lot of fighters were great. They weren't exciting. Tons of them weren't exciting. I mean, Michael Nunn wasn't exciting. Parnell Whitaker wasn't exciting. I mean, the list goes on and on. You want to know the truth? So I don't see what He just he boring? Yeah, he's very boring. But is he the boringest? I don't know. That's a that's a matter of opinion. So I don't know, but he is very boring. Yes.
Okay. So the next one, fighters don't give a fuck about belts anymore. What'd you say to that?
No, that's not true at all.
So why
not
is
not at
there
all.
this? Why is there this saying these days that fighters don't give a fuck about belts? Because fighters
Well,
have been
because
saying it.
because Al Heyman started this shit where he had fighters like Peter Quillen give up their belts and stuff like that, and now Jose, no, what's his name? Josh Taylor just gave up a couple of his belts, but you always maintain one belt. Um, you you always maintain one belt. You always do. So it is what it is.
So this is what Bon Bon says. He went 12 rounds with one arm Loma and didn't start fighting until the eighth and ninth round, right? I don't know. Bon saying that.
I don't know what that means.
I think he's talking about the TFE Lopez fight.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you hear me, Rick?
Yeah, barely.
You can hear me now, right?
Yeah, yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. So the next one, Errol Spence doesn't stand a chance with Crawford is one of your biggest statements out here. Is that
What's
correct?
that? What's that?
Errol Spence doesn't can't he doesn't he won't stand a chance against Terence Crawford is what you have said to people.
He does not beat or Crawford, no.
Errol Spence cannot beat Crawford.
Earl Spence won't
Why
beat
can't he
Crawford. I
beat
didn't say he
Crawford?
can't. I didn't say he can't. I said he won't.
Okay.
He's
Why
capable,
do you
but I
think
don't think he
Crawford wins
does.
that fight?
Too fast, too many angles, switches lefty to righty, is a way better finisher than Earl, and basically speaking, is a tad quicker.
Okay, so Errol Spence, but Errol Spence also he has showed that he's beaten everybody else, and he always also adapts, and he's got the biggest output at the moment right now at welterweight. his jabs, his body punching, his punches to the head. He throws the most punches as well. Rick, I've lost you, Rick. You know, Errol Spence is the big fish, bruv. The man from Texas, and you don't give him no chance. I mean, he's beaten everybody that they put in front of him. So I believe that he should be the guy that you got at least say it's a 50-50 fight in my terms. But I seen you've never shown no love to Errol Spence. Yo, Rick, can you hear me, mate? I've lost you, Rick. Try and come back in there otherwise, mate. Because I can't hear you. Well, until we get Rick Glazer, can you hear us? Can everybody hear us in the chat? And smash the fucking like button, man. This Wrapstar still cooking at these times of the night. I'm just getting into a little debate with Mr. Rick Glazer himself, the most controversial figure in fucking boxing. You know what I mean? This is a guy who don't hold back. I'm trying to get some stuff out of Rick Glazer. I'm trying to ask him some harder questions. How about somebody ask some questions for us? How about you guys send some questions in? Send us the fucking toughest questions for Rick Glazer. You know what I mean? How about you tell me something to ask him? But smash that fucking like button, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, we're still cooking it. I can't hear Rick, though. Can you guys hear Rick? Hey, yo, can somebody tell me, can you hear Rick, please? Do you guys still hear Rick? Because I can't. I think Rick's going to have to come back in. You know? But, yo, what a great live. You know what I mean? Smash that like button. We're working overtime here, bringing you some insight to boxing. Whether we agree or disagree, you know what I mean? Not everything we agree on the debate with Rick Glazer, but we got to have our opinions. And everybody's entitled to their own opinions, no matter what it is. So agree to disagree. But Rick Glazer is a very controversial figure, you know, in boxing today. He says things that people don't hear in boxing. You know, he's very straightforward and upfront. He'll say things about people that you wouldn't expect to hear when you're in the business of boxing. That's Rick Glazer for you, you know. But look, let me just say this as well. I'm going to keep this 100 today, people. So Lomachenko's back. And Lomachenko wants the smoke. And since Lomachenko fucking told everybody now he's in the airport and coming to America and training, said he wants undisputed. So in other words, Lomachenko wants Devin Haney. And I've seen nothing but hate across the pond. I've seen channels hating on Lomachenko, calling him all kinds of duck, saying Lomachenko don't deserve a fight with Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Then I've seen Bill Haney go on these channels. And I've got to keep it real with you. Bill Haney's representing the racist fucking cult. That's all I'm saying to everyone. Yeah? Bill Haney wearing these shirts saying that he don't give a fuck about anybody but the LDBC. And these are the same fucking groups that was racist against all of our British people. Hating on white people, calling Tyson Fury's fucking babies white crackers. The people which represented that groups were a whole bunch of fucking beta males. And here's Bill Haney, a very well represented man in boxing that's been behind us in England. Eddie Hearn been pushing Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? And now Bill Haney's with groups like he don't give a fuck about any other race. So what is Bill Haney? That's my question today. Is Bill Haney a racist? Because when he's wearing these shirts and he's representing a group, I'm asking one fucking simple question today. Is Bill Haney a fucking racist? Because let me tell you something. Bill Haney don't want to chop it up with anybody unless you're black. When Bill Haney found out that I wasn't black, he didn't want no part of me. Or before that, he wanted to chat to me. Yo, Wrapstar. Yo, what's going on, Wrapstar? And I'm just going to keep it 100, bro. We've been supporting Devin Haney. We're behind Devin Haney in England. But when Bill Haney's doing this some kind of bullshit, wearing this LDBC shit, saying it's LDBC or nothing, well, then it's fucking nothing. Then it's nothing. Because I ain't rocking with Bill Haney no more. Bill Haney's basically acting like he ain't interested in any other race. And he's moving with groups which are a cult, which were against my British people, which were against the Latino people, which were fucking there to hate on boxing. And all those channels have nothing to do with boxing. They come to this sport and they fuck it up and bring racism to it. And Bill Haney's out there across the pond on those fucking channels, mate. And I'm telling you now, that looks bad. People in London and England, we're done with Bill Haney. We're not rocking with Bill Haney. So if you are about racism and you are racist, you can go rock with Bill Haney. I'm just telling you as it is, bro. I ain't into this racism shit. Boxing's about everybody. And Bill Haney's representing racism. So fuck Bill Haney. How about that? Yeah? And if Devin Haney's anything like Bill Haney, then that shit's bullshit, bro. They shouldn't be representing that. You know what I mean, man? They shouldn't be representing that shit. That shit's some fucked up shit. Because those are the same people which bring the narratives to boxing, bring racism to boxing, bring all that kind of fake shit to boxing, and bring all this bullshit. Because if you ask me about my top 3 fighters, I got nothing but love for black people. And we don't rock like that over here, man. So these people across the pond, the LDBC group, they need to liven up. Because Bill Haney's part of that shit. I'm just keeping it 100. Bill Haney is a racist. If he's going to represent it the way he's doing online on YouTube. And that shit's not good for Devin Haney. And that shit's not good for boxing. I'm just telling you, as it is, bro. I'm keeping it 100 here. Yeah? At the end of the day, bro, we are all out here supporting Devin Haney. So what's this shit that, nah, man, it's only LDBC or nothing? Well, then it's nothing. Yeah? We were supporting your ass, Bill. You were out there on our channels before. So don't come here and start showing us as LDBC or nothing. Yeah? Because we were out there supporting you. And we still support Devin Haney. You know what I mean? And Bill Haney coming out with narratives about Lomachenko, about Teofimo Lopez. That's all fake shit, man. Bill Haney acting like a fucking bitch out here on YouTube. That's all I'm saying to you. Yeah, Bill Haney representing one of the biggest brands, DHP, Devin Haney. Devin Haney's an undisputed champion around the world. If you want to make it nothing, well, people in London and England ain't with you. Fuck you too. How about that? It's as simple as that, bro. Worshipping a cult. That's just what it is. You're making victims out of people. Bill Haney should know better than this. Yeah? He's made it in boxing. He's made it in life. And today, Wrapstar's calling out Bill Haney. How about that? I'm just keeping it 100. I'm calling out Bill Haney. Bill Haney, you acting like a racist and you bringing that shit to the sport. And Devin Haney shouldn't be about racism, bro. Fuck you. Devin Haney got fans from England. Devin Haney got fucking Latino fans. Devin Haney got fans from all over Europe. And none of these people are fucking that I know are Devin Haney fans all have to be black. It's as simple as that. You just trying to push a movement. So I ain't involved in that movement. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Bill Haney playing some bullshit out here in boxing, bro. Bringing that shit to the sport on Devin Haney's name. Fuck that shit. Hey, listen, last time I checked, it was England which was supporting Devin Haney. Last time I checked, it was a white man called Eddie Hearn who fucking supported Devin Haney. That's the last time I checked. Yeah? And even today, you guys need Bob Arum. So it ain't all about just Bill Haney pushing that bullshit movement, bringing it to boxing, because Bill Haney is a big character in boxing. Do you get what I mean? They're an international brand. They don't just represent in a small community in America, bruv. This is world boxing. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Don't go on like Bill that you're just all about just a fucking LDBC movement. You're just a load of bullshit. I remember how you used to chop it out with me, how you wanted me to go and fucking go against Teofimo Lopez. And I told Bill Haney, I ain't doing that shit. I'm telling you straight, Bill Haney's a user. You know what he does? He makes friends out of people and then he tries to get you to push a narrative. And if you don't sell your shit for him, he don't want to know you. I don't give a fuck, man. Bill just uses people because that's what he tried to do to people. He tried to do that with me. But all I'm saying is I ain't got nothing against their movement, their cult, and whatever they want to do. Respect to the groups or whatever groups want to do. But don't bring it to fucking boxing. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying Bill Haney should know fucking better to fucking represent that shit. You get what I mean? But yo, hey, we keep it raw over here. On Wrapstar Boxing Knowledge, we keep it raw over here, man. We don't hold back from nothing. We see it as we see it. We say it what we see. So all I'm saying is at this point, Bill Haney's a racist, man. I didn't think Bill be moving like that, personally. But yo, smash that fucking like button. Yeah? Some of the people that represent that shit, what Bill Haney's about, I'm going to keep it real with you. They came out with some bullshit. Racist motherfuckers. You get what I mean? Smash that fucking like button. You guys ain't when you want the truth. The truth is there's nothing but racism and toxic and bullshit all around the YouTube, all in boxing. That's the truth. A bunch of fucking fake motherfuckers who are out there playing the victim card. And Bill Haney should know better because he's made it in life. And he makes people across the pond feel weak. Like they are, you know what, they're not good to people like us. You know, because, man, Bill Haney, you're not a victim. Bill Haney, you got money. You got millions, man. You live in Vegas. You've made it. You're out there supposed to fucking inspire people instead of acting like, oh, no, man, you're a victim, bro. That's why you don't get a fair shot. Man, fuck that stupid fake shit Bill Haney pushing. I'm just keeping it real with everyone, bro. I'm just saying it as it is. You know what I mean? Devin Haney don't need to be part of that shit. He got fans from all over the world. Why are you subjecting his fans? Why are you trying to say, oh, it's only these kind of fans that you guys want? Fuck that shit. Give me a second, everyone. But yo, smash that like button. Yeah, man. But look, I don't like that kind of shit, yeah? Bill Haney fucking acting like a bitch. He acting like white people ain't shit. Fuck you, Bill. The last time I checked, bro, it was a white man called Eddie Hearn that helped your life. It's the last time I checked. Eddie Hearn is a white man that made you multi-millions. Do you get me? I'm just saying. So, hey, Bill can act like what he wants. He can hang out with all that racism shit. I'm just calling it as it is. I'm calling Bill Haney out. Bill Haney is a racist. He already been a racist a long time ago. When he used to chop it up with me, when he found out, yeah, that Wrapstar wasn't black, this guy was not interested in telling me things. He wasn't interested in trying to check up with me or, yo, what's going on, Wrapstar? Let's talk boxing. The guy wasn't interested when he found out I wasn't black. You know what I mean? So I'm just keeping it 100, man. At the end of the day, Bill Haney acting like a racist. And that shit's on Devin Haney's brand. So what we talking about here? Is DHP racist? I'm just asking you a question. Man, Bonbon, shut the fuck up, bro. Bonbon, all I know is that you is a Devin Haney dick sucker, bro. How about that? Bonbon, I'm going to keep you 100. Anytime it comes to Devin Haney or Bill Haney, all you do is suck cock. Get the fuck on this panel. I want to hear your voice because I think you're Bill Haney yourself. This is your second fucking, what's it called? I've always thought Bonbon is Bill Haney because whenever I've ever spoke about a Devin Haney or anything, right, this Bonbon will send me fucking messages. He'll send me fucking, what can I tell you? A message more than a fucking essay. This guy would send me a message, right, with hundreds of words on it and expect me to read this shit. Bonbon, I've always noticed you're a big Devin Haney and Bill Haney fanboy. But just keeping it real, I'm a Devin Haney fan. But at the end of the day, his pops is a fucking racist. I'm calling him out. Motherfucker. Bonbon, you cunt. Always up his fucking arse, ain't ya? Bonbon's always been up fucking Bill Haney's arse. Look at Punch Drunk Boxing Show. Whenever fucking Punch will talk about Tiafimo, Bonbon will turn up the cunt. And he'll be like fucking talking. He'd be the only one defending fucking Bill Haney all his life. Go fucking support a racist, you cunt. How about that, Bonbon? But I still appreciate you being a subscriber. Yeah, so you always welcome it, have your views and have your, what's it called? You can express your feelings, bruv. Don't worry, Bonbon. I'm just saying as it is, mate. This is the same fucking group that was against my fucking country, you cunt. Shut the fuck up, Bonbon. Pussy. Motherfuckers were calling all white people all kinds of names. So what? I ain't gonna represent my country. Fuck Bill Haney. Racist cunt. How about that? How about that? Yeah, and if you support fucking Bill Haney, you a racist cunt as well. How about that? Pussy. I told you, man, you're not ready for Wrapstar, bro. They don't want channels like me, because channels like me just keep it 100. Yeah, I'm about all people. I've been brought up in the motherfucking projects. I got friends which are dreads. I got friends which are Jamaican. I got friends which are fucking Turkish. I got friends which are fucking all kinds of multicultural people. I don't come from that stupid, racist victim fucking man fucking beta male bullshit. All right, mate? So, Bonbon, I'm just going to give you some advice, bro. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know what I mean? Check yourself before you fucking wreck yourself, mate. But listen, Bonbon, I'm just letting you know. Bill Haney's a fucking racist cunt. And that's it. I ain't saying nothing bad about Devin Haney. He's a good boxer. But all I'm saying is Bill Haney is a racist cunt. That's it. He's hanging out with all that shit. He's pushing that vibe. Well, I'm going to represent my people. You motherfuckers are out there fucking calling us all kinds of names. Yeah? The British fucking are bums. Remember that? All British fucking fighters are bums. How many times have them motherfuckers called me, all my people, bums? None of those motherfuckers have been in a ring, but all British fighters are bums. That's all you hear from them channels. And Bill Haney's part of that now. When, remember this, it was a British white man who made Devin Haney. Let's remember that shit. It was a British white fucking man that made Devin Haney. And his name is Edward Hearns. Remember that. So no matter what Bill Haney's pushing, it was a British white man who made Devin the Dream Haney. It's as simple as that, motherfuckers. Bonbon, you can go support that shit, bro. But from today, I'm calling everything out as I see it. And I ain't involved in that shit. So if you don't like it, Bonbon, I'm sorry, mate. You on Wrapstar Boxing Knowledge. Now smash that motherfucking like button. Hey, listen, I don't shy away from smoke from nobody. If Bill Haney or anybody wants to represent Bill Haney, you're more than welcome to get the link. How about that? I'm calling Bill Haney out right now. Bill Haney is a racist cunt. You want to represent him? I'll send you the motherfucking link. Who's got the balls? Who's got the motherfucking balls? If you represent Bill Haney from today, I'm telling you now, I ain't with you. We ain't with you. Motherfuckers. Fuck Bill Haney. How about that? I said it right now. Fuck Bill Haney. I'm calling Bill Haney out. He a racist cunt. Fuck Bill Haney. If you're with Bill Haney, fuck you too. Pussy. I ain't in that boxing shit anymore. I'm calling boxing out for boxing. We support Devin Haney. We from England. Fuck Bill Haney. And listen, Bon Bon, I'm going to keep it real with you too. You get dry fucked by Bill Haney, bro. I already know Bill Haney bends Bon Bon over and he fucking grabs Bon Bon by the fucking hair, slaps Bon Bon and fucks Bon Bon up the arse. That's the only man that I've met that gets fucked by Bill Haney, bro. And the rest of those YouTube fucking bitches. I'm calling them out too. All those YouTube guys, Kaka TV, all those motherfuckers. Kaka TV, Dante Boxing, fucking BF pussy, BFTB pussy fucking bitch. I'm calling all these bitches out today. All those bitches who work for Bill Haney, you are pussy. Because Bill Haney thinks you a bitch anyway. He already told me. Wrapstar, this is what Bill Haney told me a long time ago, people. And I swear, I promise you, Bill Haney comes in now, I'll debate him right now on kid to kid. I'll make him swear on his child. He will never be able to fuck with me. Bill Haney's not just racist in front of the scenes. Bill Haney's racist behind the scenes. I fucking got proof. Get Bill Haney here and I'll show you the conversation that Bill Haney had with Wrapstar 2 years ago. Let's go, Bill Haney. I'm going to call your card today. You a racist fuck. I'm calling Bill Haney out now. Where's Bill Haney? I'm going to give Bill Haney 5 fucking minutes. Bill Haney, you've been on these chats all your life. I'm calling you the fuck out now on Wrapstar Boxing Knowledge. Right now. I'll give you a few more minutes, Bill Haney, because I believe you're a man of your word. I'm going to see if you got balls to chat the truth. I'm going to see if you're going to defend what you're doing. Who wants to represent Bill Haney, bro? I'm just saying, Bill Haney can act like he wants to act. And he maybe not play no mind on Wrapstar. Maybe he don't want to show that he's interested. But believe me, this is the same Bill Haney that used to make comments on my fucking channel. Go back and forth with people with his comments all the time. So I'm just saying, at the end of the day, the truth is the truth. Right now, I'm calling him out. Bill Haney, a racist cunt. And it is what it is. But going forward now, Lomachenko getting a lot of hate, you know. Lomachenko getting nothing but fucking hate because he come to the motherfucking airport in America and said, I want to fight for undisputed. And now the guy who's a free weight world champion, the Olympian, Lomachenko, the guy that was the Matrix, the guy that I've never seen a motherfucking fighter in my life since I've been in boxing ever fight guys like Lomachenko did. I've never seen a fighter in his third fight beat Gary Russell Jr. 3-weight world champion, Olympic gold medalist, a man who won 400 amateur fights. And now this is a man that people are hating on because he wants to fight for undisputed. Eh? And all I see is those Devin Haney fanboy channels hating on a man, saying he don't deserve the fight. Lomachenko don't deserve the fight with fucking Devin Haney. Think about that for a minute. Lomachenko, the fucking man that when he comes back in boxing, the fucking world is standing up to watch him. And now Lomachenko on those Devin Haney fanboy channels doesn't deserve to fight fucking Devin Haney. What the fuck is that about? This is a fight that if you're a Devin Haney fan, you would do nothing but to embrace, to say, you know what? I want to watch Lomachenko versus fucking Devin the Dream Haney. That's a true boxing fan. But not those motherfuckers across the pond. Not the Bill Haney bitches. The Bill Haney bitches are all fucking angry. They don't want to see the fight with Lomachenko all of a sudden. All of a sudden, wasn't this the guy that they said they wanted to fight all their life? Wasn't this the guy that Lomachenko was the man that was going to certify Devin Haney? Wasn't this the man that everybody said that they wanted to see Devin the Dream Haney fight before? When Lomachenko had the belts, they really wanted to see that fight, didn't they? So what the fuck happened now? Why is it that Lomachenko doesn't deserve the fight? Now they use a new narrative. Lomachenko ducked Devin Haney. So fuck Lomachenko. He ducked Devin Haney. He never wanted to fight Devin Haney. Who knows that? I mean, I've never heard of Lomachenko ducking anybody. Fucking fuck Devin Haney. Lomachenko ducked Devin Haney is the worst narrative in boxing. It's a boxing narrative that was made up by Bill Haney himself. Lomachenko ducking Devin Haney was the biggest narrative made by Bill Haney himself, which pushed it into channels when there was no ducking whatsoever. When I spoke to WBC Mauricio Suleiman himself, it's even on my channel. In fact, I can play to you when Bill Haney got made look like an idiot, right? When he tried to talk to Mauricio Suleiman. How about that? Let me play that to you. Let me play to you what Mauricio Suleiman told Bill Haney himself to his face.
Teofimo has always said that he wants to fight Devin Haney. That is correct. So when you upgraded that, that you never informed anyone that any of the other champions, including us, Devin Haney, right? You never informed us that they had voted to make that any other kind of title other than a franchise designation. I'm not sure, Mr. Haney. We did a press release, which was very clear. I am not sure if you were sent a letter or not. I will have to check. But we certainly were very clear publicly. Okay, so let me ask you. So then, if they're upgraded to then that was upgraded after, then why don't they have the mandatories? Why does the WBC champion then have the grunt work of being in a position where you have to take on the challenges? And then why couldn't we then challenge Lomachenko? Because when you made Lomachenko the franchise champion, you made him untouchable where Devin couldn't then challenge him. And he said that he was the franchise designation. So then that took us from being able to challenge Lomachenko because we were in the WBC has been completely consistent because when your son at the convention was named officially named champion, you requested in a 12-day period a voluntary defense. But what I'm saying is, yes, sir. But I understand what I'm saying is, but the no. Lomachenko was not on the table.
Bill Haney getting done, bro. He's capping.
Versus anybody else. You put Lomachenko ain't letting Mauricio Sullivan speak, bro. Be able to challenge. So, did me and you not have a Mauricio. Please allow me to talk. Okay. The WBC supported the title defense, which took place, I believe, in November. And your son got injured. Right. And you contacted the WBC. No, but let's step back before that. Before he gets injured, and before we have a conversation, and me and you are both looking to Bill Haney stuttering, bro.
So you all heard that, right? You all heard that, yeah? Bill Haney was doing nothing but stuttering. His son was injured. Mauricio Sullivan told him, and they wanted to have a voluntary bout and not fight Lomachenko. They didn't even want to challenge Lomachenko. I got the fucking proof and the facts right here. They didn't even want to challenge Lomachenko or petition. They didn't even want to even talk to Mauricio about the fight. Mauricio offered them options and they took their option. In other words, there was never a fight ever that they were ever interested to fight Lomachenko. So let me get that narrative and throw it in the fucking bin. The second narrative is that Lomachenko to fight Devin Haney. Now, Devin Haney should want the fight straight away. There shouldn't be no hesitation. After when Kambosos, if he beats Kambosos, which everybody knows and should think that he's going to win that fight, then Lomachenko is that fight for Devin Haney. There shouldn't be no hate from them channels or fanboys or Bill Haney. That is the biggest fight for Devin Haney, because that would be a fight that was maybe meant to happen that you guys said that you wanted with Lomachenko, which Mauricio Sullivan showed you that you didn't want that fight. So now there shouldn't be no hate. That fight should come along. And now I've heard that Lomachenko is going to fight the guy who beat Jamel Herring as his tune-up fight, is what I'm hearing. So Lomachenko is going to get a get busy fight. What's that guy's name? Jermaine what? The guy who beat Jamel Herring. So I've heard just a little while ago that Lomachenko is going to fight the guy who beat Jamel Herring. And then there's going to be the fight between him and Devin Haney. Now, that's already what Bob Arum had in plan anyway. Bob Arum already signed that contract with Devin Haney, Bill Haney, knowing that Lomachenko will come back from the war and fight for undisputed. That's the same reason that he already avoided Devin Haney, because Devin Haney had nothing to offer him at that time. And Teofimo Lopez had the IBF belt. And that's when he went after Teofimo Lopez to get the IBF belt so that he could have all the belts. So now Lomachenko is saying he's coming back for undisputed. That's a big fight. Now, no hating or no nothing here, bro. I know Loma's 32 years old, but Loma got all the skills to pay the bills. And let's be honest, Devin Haney's in that fight. Devin Haney is a live fucking dog in that fight. And at the end of the day, Lomachenko, they say that, yeah, we know Lomachenko got the better footwork. We know Lomachenko can fight better from angles to angles than Devin Haney. But they say that we've seen that Devin Haney got the best jab. So let's look at this. Doesn't Lomachenko only need to avoid Devin Haney's best jab of the world? With Lomachenko, with all those fucking skills, would you not think he has to only avoid Devin Haney's jab? If he can get past Devin Haney's jab, Lomachenko is really seriously in the fight. Now, the best weapon Devin Haney got is that jab. But Loma got to do some good stuff, and he's got to be angled so correctly, and he has to be, Lomachenko just is like that matrix. So that is the biggest fight. If Devin Haney gets past George Kambosos, which we're expecting, and Lomachenko's taking a tune-up, he says, with the guy who beat Jamel Herring, then that fight is going to match up right now really well. And Devin Haney has got Loma at the right time. If you ask me, this is the right time for Devin Haney because he wasn't ready for Loma before. But Loma being on a little layoff, 32 years old, can Devin Haney catch Loma slipping? But if we've seen the Lomachenko that we saw, how he's been beating Nakatani, how he beat, just let's not forget he beat what's his name? Richard Comey. And you see what he did to Richard Comey? He fucking started looking at a ref and said, shall I fucking end this guy's job or what? You all saw what he did with Richard Comey. So how the fuck are we not going to think Lomachenko ain't even the favorite against Devin Haney? But let me see what you guys think. And let's get to the chat. Let me see what the chat thinks about Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. Because look, Loma got to get away from Devin Haney's jab. And when man with Lomachenko's skills, listen, man with Lomachenko's skills, he just deals with Devin Haney's jab. Like, listen, Devin Haney in trouble, man. Devin Haney in motherfucking trouble. If Lomachenko is easy to slip past Devin Haney's jab, Devin Haney's in trouble. Devin Haney will lose to Lomachenko right now. Let's see what Alex says. Now, this is where I'm at in the chat right now. Alex H says, Loma would smoke all them boys at 135 right fucking now. T-Pop. What's happening, T-Pop? All T's a young bull, no cherry pick. Tycho TV says, Tank a problem. Y'all are tripping if y'all don't see it. Yeah, mate. Tycho TV says, Loma too old to deal with Tank. Man, let me tell everybody right now, bro. Tank didn't want no part of Lomachenko in his fucking when he was coming up. Tank was making sure that he was running away from Lomachenko when Loma was more in his prime. Tank didn't want to even call his name. So let's not even go there, man. Let's not even go there. Tank's not even in the same level as Lomachenko, bro. That's all I'm saying. Tank Davis hasn't fought the people like Lomachenko. This is the only time that anyone's got a chance with Lomachenko is that you're expecting him to fucking slip at 32 years old. You think at 32 years old, he could be slipping, and that's Devin Haney's best chance. Well, let me ask you this. What beatings have you ever seen Lomachenko take in his career? I'm asking you a simple question. What beatings have you seen Loma ever take that were like, oh, you know what, Loma took a beating? Have you ever seen anything like that? I haven't. Somebody talk to me. Lomachenko's too fresh at 32 years old. He's not a fighter who's ever been in those wars. Lomachenko is a fighter that has made fights easy for himself. You know, he don't get smacked around. Lomachenko doesn't have to be in a hard fight. So where's this 32 years old that you think he's an average 32 years old? We're talking about Vasily Lomachenko. I hope we're all on the same fucking page. I'm just saying, smash the fucking like button. I'm just saying, bro. We're talking about Vasily Lomachenko, the man who won 400 amateur fights, two-time gold medalist. Yeah? Beat the fuck out of Gary Russell in his third fucking fight, 3-0. Somebody please talk to me here. Are we talking about the same fucking person? I don't see him getting old. I think this is a Lomachenko that we're overlooking him at 32. I think so. Nobody's touching Loma, says some rando. Nobody's touching Loma at 135. Devon gonna make up to avoid Loma, no doubt about it. Okay. All right, mate. Yo, give me a second, man. Alex H says people believe the Mayweather hype for real. That's right, man. People believe the Mayweather hype for real. You know what I mean? Haney is in trouble. Joker says most of the LDBC are Blood, Crips, and Panthers. Okay, whatever that means over there. Danny Medina says Loma beats everyone. Some rando says all day Wrapstar Devon loses to Loma right now. I'm just trying to get the vibe of the people. What you guys think about it? Merlin Torres says Loma got this. Joker says LDBC are all about the black power. Yeah, good luck to them, bro. And good luck, respect to them. Respect to them because at least they can communicate and network and make people for who are real look like idiots. Yeah, respect to them for what they're doing. How about that? But at the end of the day, they shouldn't bring all that shit for boxing. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? I'm not against no movement. Do what you got to do, but don't bring it to the sport. That's fucking right, Rap. Tip Baylor says, how will Loma fit against Devon's size, though? But Loma's fought many people which are tall. Jorge Linares is bigger than Loma. Luke Campbell was bigger than Loma. They were around Luke Campbell's right Devon Haney's size. Let's not forget that, man. Listen, Loma already been fighting guys which are way bigger than him. He's not even supposed to be at 135. Lomachenko's not even supposed to be at 135, man. That's all I'm saying. You get me? 1 second, yeah? Yo, everybody, give me a second. Haney doesn't have a great jab. Yo, give me a second, yeah? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I might have another special guest coming, yeah? So let's give the link out here. I'm going to put a link out here for the special guest. Somebody else wants to chop it up, you're more than welcome. But I've got a couple of guests maybe coming. So I'm just going to put the link out there, yeah? There you go, Governor. There's the link. But yo, look, ladies and gentlemen, it's a fucking exciting fight. I don't want to hear no hate. I don't want to hear no downplay. I don't want to hear Loma is this and Loma did that. Loma doesn't deserve the fight. That's all fucking bullshit. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. If anybody deserves the fight, you tell me in the chat. Who deserves the fight with Devon Haney next? I'm just asking you. Who deserves the fucking fight with Devon Haney next? If there's one fighter who deserves the fight, it's Vasily Lomachenko. A man who went and fought for his country and didn't even go and fought an easier opponent in George Kambosos. Let's not fucking forget that. I want every person to realize what we're fucking talking about here. We're not talking about a man who's just our boxer in the world. He went and fought for his country when he could have been the undisputed guy and fought George Kambosos. I hope you understand that. Went and represented his brothers and his sisters in Ukraine while Russia was invading Ukraine. This man gave up all that for his country, and now he comes back and wants what's his. I'm just asking a simple question. Understand the demeanor of this guy who we're talking about. He had Kambosos fight anyway, and Russia invaded with the war against Ukraine. The Klitschko brothers stood up for the country. Lomachenko was next, and Alexander Usyk went and followed. They represented their people by saying, we will support you. We'll be here for you. We're not going to box right now. We're going to stand here by our brothers and sisters. Lomachenko fucking did that. I'm just keeping it 100 here. Please follow the script. The man supports his own fucking country, leaves the undisputed behind to do that, and comes back and says, I want to be undisputed. Not to mention what he's done for the sport and what he's done for worldwide, globally, as an amateur, as a professional, Olympian. Let's just remember what he's done for boxing. 3-weight world champion. Doesn't Loma deserve that shot? Just a simple question. It's not hard, is it? Danny Medina says he's 32 years old. Lomachenko is still in his prime. Joker says Loma made easy work out of his last two opponents in Nakatani and Richard Comey. Facts. Hey, man, we got a special guest here, man, across the pond. The one and only, the hardest worker, Mr. Punch Drunk Boxing. What's going on, Mr. Moonshine?
Wrapstar, the voice of the UK, London. Just keep on going. What's good, brother? What's good, everybody in the chat? What's good for all the supporters, all the subscribers? Smash the like button.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Punch. Yeah, we're at this point, yeah, where we've been watching a lot of articles saying that Lomachenko, saying that Loma ducked Devon. We killed that narrative. They say that Lomachenko doesn't deserve the fight with Devon, or if he does want to fight, then he got to just wait. I understand all that, but we're not forgetting what he's done for his country. He was the man in line for undisputed.
Is that a question?
Well, I'm just saying, we got fanboy channels out there downplaying the Lomachenko Devon Haney fight now. And my thing was, there should be no hate in wanting to see this fight if you're a Devon Haney fan, first and foremost, and if you're a fucking world boxing fan.
I mean, it's a good fight. It's one of the primary fights in the lightweight division. If it's not a Javante, look, every top fighter in the lightweight division should want to fight Devin Haney to become undisputed. But also they fight one another. If you mix and match it, it's still a good fight. A Loma, Javante Tank Davis, a Loma, and Ryan Tank, Devin. You know what I'm saying? All these fights is good. It's good money. It's good money, and it's good legacy fights. If you fighting Devin Haney, it's good legacy fights. Even if the others fight each other. So, I don't know why they downplaying it. I mean, isn't this the fight that they want to see? Didn't Devin Haney said that he will fight Lomachenko, that he don't even want to fight George Kambosos, he want to fight Lomachenko, but I see the energy. When he was already contracted to fight. So a lot of people saying, now Lomachenko, why Lomachenko don't want to fight Devin Haney now? Why he's fighting a tune-up? Well, Devin Haney already signed a contract before he even fought George Kambosos the first time. So everybody know that he's hooked up on a contract. If Devin Haney really wanted to fight him, he's going to have to do what we don't really want him to do, is drop the belt. So, you know what I'm saying? Let George Kambosos, Devin Haney take place. Let Lomachenko do what he got to do versus Ortiz. And then Bob Arum said that if Devin Haney wins, he'll get the Lomachenko fight.
So that was already premeditated. They already had that set up because Loma went and fought for his country. Then we got a dick rider here who sucks nothing but hairy ball bags and gets dry fucked by Bill Haney.
Who's
We
that?
got this guy called, what's his name? Bonbon. He says,
Oh, he's here too? Damn, Bonbon.
Yeah, listen to what Bonbon says. He says, get off that great Ukrainian hope balls. Haney. The 24-year-old will beat Loma like he beat up Cambosis. No competition here. Man, listen, Bonbon, look, man, I know you're one of the subscribers and all that, but we know you're getting dry fucked. We know that they're man.
Well, he be telling
getting used and abused
what happened?
out here.
What happened? He be telling Bill Haney like what? That he rather do it dry and shit like that. Forget about the Vaseline. That's what you trying to say, Wrapstar? He don't even want. He didn't even want the stick. I mean, he don't even want to use the Vaseline. He just dry like that.
Hey,
Damn,
Punch,
Bonbon.
how can you not admire a man who went and took time out when he had an easier fight with Cambosis for the undisputed? He went and fucking helped his brothers and sisters to say, you know what? I'm going to stand by my brand. I'm going to bring myself out there. And even if it's moral support, I'm there. And this guy, Bonbon's there fucking hating on this guy, bro.
Man, I think, look, I think Lomachenko will beat the shit out of fucking Devin Haney. I think so. I think that's gonna happen for real if they ever fight. I think that, look, man, the only thing that people want to talk about Devin the Dream Haney, look, he's undisputed. Nobody could take that away from him. He got an IQ. He got good defense. But when we're talking about offensive game, we know that he got no pop. And if you're going to be a special fighter like a Lomachenko, you got to have pop, skills, athleticism. And does Devin Haney got more athleticism than Lomachenko? Nah. Does he got better pop? Nah. They got a better experience? Nah. They got a better accumulation of punches and punch selections? Nah. Footwork? Nah. Angles? Nah. The only thing that people want to say about Devin the Dream Haney, the same thing I say, that he got one of the best jabs in the lightweight division. But that's it. Ain't nobody talking about a right hand. Nobody talking about uppercut. Nobody talking about combination, output. Nobody talking about that. The only thing that you can say about Devin Haney, that he got a jab. And with the experience of Lomachenko, you think he's just going to beat, or you think that Devin Haney just going to use a jab and Lomachenko just going to stay in line? Get the hell out of here, man. He got too much skills, too much tools. All right? That's how I see it. Lomachenko's gonna be too much. He's gonna dog walk Devin Haney. This is a cakewalk. I'm gonna say it like that.
What about Devin Haney's best attributes, which is working from the distance and also using his best tool, which is his jab? That's his best tools. It's worked for him.
Think about it. It's almost the same thing when people talk. I'm not going to say, look, I ain't going to say that Devin Haney is Deontay Wilder in skill set, but it's almost like saying when I hear about jab, that's all we say about Devin Haney offensively. Jab. That's it. You think a jab? You think a guy that was regarded pound for pound 1, 2, 3, you can flip it around, that Roy Jones Jr. still call him pound for pound top 3. You think a jab is going to beat a Lomachenko? You must be crazy. They're forgetting about Lomachenko. The reason why Teofimo Lopez beat a Lomachenko is because he was in the beginning of the fight, he was using the jab, but he was also using the power. You know what I'm saying? And he had the athleticism. He was pivoting simultaneously with Lomachenko. So Lomachenko understood that this guy got power and he's more athletic than me. Teofimo Lopez is more athletic than Devin the Dream Haney. And I don't think that Devin Haney is more athletic than Lomachenko. So, and what kept Lomachenko honest was the power. Now, if Teofimo Lopez ain't had no power, he would have lost that fight as well. But he had an equalizer. And then look, when Lomachenko actually adjusted and started having success in the middle late rounds, how did round 12 occur? If Teofimo Lopez ain't had no power, he probably would have lost that fight. Devin Haney got no power. He got no pop, no power, no nothing. Ain't no steam, ain't no heat. He's going to deep fry Devin the Dream Haney. He's gonna be wishing he's dreaming.
Can you hear me?
I hear you, Wrapstar. You hear me?
Yeah, man, I'm letting you get it off, bro. I hear you. I'm hearing what you're saying. But what we do need to realize as well, yeah, some people are saying facts, Punch. A lot of people are saying you're right, Punch. Some people, maybe Bonbon is the one who disagrees with you. Bonbon says Punch is a cunt. Listen, all I'm saying is this, yeah. Devin Haney didn't just get himself in a position, and he put himself there, and he's rightfully an undisputed champion. He's also been in the boxing game from 6 years old. And he is a much bigger man than Lomachenko. I just got told by Tycho TV that he ain't 32. So I don't know where I got 32 from. He's 34 or 35 now.
Nah, he ain't 35. He's not 35.
So okay, let's just say he's in his 30s now. This is the best time for Devin Haney to actually get this fight with Lomachenko. Because some people believe that the inactivity. Now there's people, look, you got those inactivity. Now, what you got to say about his inactivity? Because I thought fighters only fight once a year anyway.
Bro, the difference. Look, he's 30. What? 34. Let's say 34. Let's go by what they say. Let's say 34, 35 years old, right? How many professional fights does he have? How many punishment has he taken in the ring? He hasn't fought that much. He's not. I mean, in the amateur, yes, but I'm just saying he hasn't fought to the point where he's getting a punishment. He was basically almost undefeated in the amateur circuit, so he didn't take that punishment for. So the same reason they give Bud Crawford, that Bud Crawford is going to be 35 years old by the time he fights Earl the True Spence. But did he take a lot of punishment? No. So that 35 is a young 35. Lomachenko was a young 34, 35. Come on, look how he looked after his loss. Look how he looked versus Nakatani. Look how he looked Richard Comey. I'm gonna tell you like this. Let me give you one critique about Lomachenko. The only thing that I didn't like about his last fight, even though he looked sensational, spectacular, entertaining, was that he pulled back when he had Richard Comey out of there. So I saw that, damn, Lomachenko, do you have the killer instinct? Or are you worrying about hurting your opponent? Remember, he was looking at the corner so they could throw in the flag, or looking at the referee. Nah, man, kill will be killed. You got to keep on doing what you're doing. You can't keep this boxer alive. So I think Lomachenko, that's the only critique I could have. You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna feel sorry for Devin the Dream Haney while he's whooping his ass? Is he gonna feel sorry? Is he gonna tell Bill Haney? I believe Bill Haney gonna throw in the towel. He's gonna throw in the daddy, please don't. You better throw in the towel, motherfucker. Throw in that towel. Your son about to get beat. Huh? That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Matter of fact, man, Devin ain't gonna drop the belt. He don't want no part of Lomachenko. He don't want the guy that was regarded pound for pound, 1, 2, 3. You can flip it around. He don't want no part of Lomachenko, the Ukrainian master. You don't want that master chef. You don't want that.
You're making people laugh.
But yo, Devin Haney got skills. Look, Devin Haney got skills. He's intellect. He's been tutored by the pugilists of the game, legendary fighters from Roy Jones Jr., Zab Judah, Floyd Mayweather. You've been tutored. You've been sparring the best. And I think that's one. And look, I got to give kudos to Bill Haney for putting his son in position to be subjected to those type of masters, those Mr. Miyagi's in the sport of boxing. I think that's what's good about Devin the Dream Haney, that he had the luxury to be sparring all these guys, and that's why he's smart. But I'm gonna tell you like this: it's a stacked division. Is this generation with great talent, surrounded by that weight class, his contemporaries, and he might be special in intellect, but when it comes to speed and power, compared to the Tank and maybe even Ryan, Lomachenko, T.O., even the people that's coming up, man, like Keyshawn David, there's a lot of great talent that got God-given physical attributes. And I think by the time that Devin Haney gets in the ring with Lomachenko's gonna get Lomachenko's gonna is gonna outclass him, outbox him. He's gonna eat him alive. I said again, he's gonna deep fry him, and his daddy gonna throw in the towel.
I don't know, man. That's hard to believe though, because we've seen that Devin Haney also, he belongs at that weight. Loma's a smaller man. We saw Loma have trouble with Teofimo Lopez. I mean, I can't say Loma ain't even a favorite, but we got to give Devin Haney that opportunity to say that he might be able to jab, hug. Devin Haney might be able to make it so boring and, just clinch and hold him with, put the distance, put the jab out there, keep putting the jab out there, making it awkward, try and land his little right hand, then hold Loma for a long time, constantly try and hold Loma. You know what I'm saying? You got to do the hug fest. Now, Devin Haney's good at clinching and, his jab and holding you. And, you know what I'm saying? He can make
Yeah,
it ugly.
but go look at Lomachenko. How he fights off the clinch. Everybody always try to clinch Lomachenko. Even the guy that's bigger than him. Let's keep it real. Lomachenko is always given natural attributes. What we say in the lightweight division, he is a small lightweight, and he's still knocking dudes down. He's still hurting people. You don't make Lomachenko awkward. He makes you look awkward. Remember Lomachenko, Papachenko said, you know what, we're gonna leave boxing and you're gonna go to dancing school. Lomachenko, he's from Ukraine, but he know how to dance bachata, merengue, and all the Spanish, everything. He know how to dance. He know how to tippy toe. He know how to tap dance. He was gonna tap dance his ass off on Devin Haney's neck. That's what he gonna do. That's what he gonna do. Lomachenko's gonna dance salsa. Matter of fact, he's gonna make it. Look, he's gonna dance salsa around Devin Haney.
What about
this
guy
Devin
like
Haney,
Tip
and he
Bayless
gonna
says
make
Devin
and he
Haney's?
gonna
What about
make
Devin Haney's defense?
dance salsa.
What about
like
Devin Haney's defense? Devin Haney's defense.
Defense what? We talking about Lomachenko here. What defense he got over Lomachenko? Tell me what defense he have not seen Lomachenko.
Okay, listen to Tycho TV. Haney is taller, younger, stronger, reach. So Loma's just old. A solid dude in his prime think he's invincible in his old age. What the fuck am I hearing?
Yeah. Anthony Joshua is taller, stronger, and got the reach, and he still got his ass whooped by the smaller, skillful fighter in Alexander Usyk.
Who's even older than he's older than Joshua. Usyk.
And he's older than Joshua. And he was dancing around, almost got him out in the 12th round. Come on, man. Ain't no excuse. Lomachenko's gonna whoop that ass, spank his ass, and you know what I'm saying? He's just gonna deep fry him. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make chicken grease out of that.
Okay, but somebody says who has a harder punch? Loma's small. Devin Haney or Lomachenko?
Man, Devin Haney can't even give a motherfucker nosebleed for 12 rounds. He was jabbing the shit out of George Kambosos, and you ain't even pass him a napkin to wipe his nose.
Well, I gotta say this, man. People are still listen. Right now, Lomachenko's back, and Lomachenko, they're saying, is fighting the guy who beat Jamel Herring as his tuner, but he wants undisputed because he went and fought for his country, and he's nothing stopping him. Is the way he's talking.
Now, and let me say this, my brother.
But is there a guaranteed thing that the whole world says Devin Haney is going to be the guy who's going to be undisputed waiting for Loma? Because Kambosos can't win the rematch. Now, that's my next thing. Kambosos cannot win the rematch versus Devin Haney.
Hey, look at this. Let me say this. You see how they make it emphasize as, Devin Haney went to the down under and he traveled around the world to get his belt. He traveled. Why? And I'm American. I'm patriotic. Why American feel like we need to applaud ourselves for going outside of the country to get a world title? Lomachenko made his name in America. Matter of fact, what they just said yesterday, Lomachenko is on his way, has arrived to America. That means he's coming for you, Devin Haney. He's coming to whip some asses in America. He's been whipping ass in America and all around the world. Everybody travels. Tyson Fury came from across the pond to get a world title. You know what I'm saying? Like, people make it so, oh my God, he went across the pond, he went forward. They don't say that about George Kambosos. George Kambosos came from Australia and won his title too. Huh? You ain't that special because you went somewhere, because you took a plane. Huh? They ain't nothing. They all do it.
Yeah, bro.
And all you heard is, maybe my daddy may not show up. Oh, man, you know what I'm saying? His daddy may not ride. His daddy may not come with him. His daddy may not ride the plane. I don't give a damn about that. You're a grown-ass man. Talk about daddy issues.
So some people are saying this punch, the fight won't even happen. Devin Haney is going to make it that he's going to want to get out of that situation and want to move to 140 and avoid the Lomachenko fight. Do you think that can ever happen?
I think that will happen.
But why would Devin Haney want to go and not take a legacy fight with a fighter with like Lomachenko, bro? I thought they were chasing Lomachenko all their life, which we
Man, they
knew was a
clout
narrative.
chasing Lomachenko.
I know
They
that was a
clout
narrative.
chasing Lomachenko. Come on, man. The facts is like what they say, right? They like to take Mayweather's quote. They said the proof is in the pudding. Well, let me give you some proof, and let me give you the pudding, motherfuckers. June 14th, top rank, DHP, Bill Haney. I'm not gonna say Devin Haney, but Bill Haney, DHP. It was their call to have a meeting with Bob Arum. Bob Arum said, okay, after the fight, we understood that you're gonna be a free agent. Who ain't show up to the meeting? Why didn't show up to the meeting? When Loma was available, when Tio still had the straps, they ain't show up to the meeting. What did they say on the phone call? I did a video about it June 18th. I'm privy to all what's going behind the scenes, and that's why they can't fuck with me, man. Because I know information. They didn't show up to the meeting. Why? And what did Bill say? What they said about Bob Arum? Oh, look how he's treating black fighters. Look what's going on with Bud Crawford. Look what he's doing to Shakur State. Look what
He
Floyd
did
Mayweather.
say that.
Look what Floyd Mayweather said. And then as soon as Teofimo Lopez lost his belt, they was rushing to get a meeting with Top Rank. Let's not play the fool. You had a chance to get the Lomachenko fight. Lomachenko even took it a tweet and say, send that contract. Y'all ain't never sent a motherfucking contract. Y'all ain't want that. Y'all use Lomachenko for clap. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Those are the motherfucking facts. If that's ain't the motherfucking facts, come sue me. Sue me. Sue Punch Run Boxing. Mr. Eddie Gomez. Sue me if I'm wrong. Huh?
Well, I'm just saying this, Punch. At the end of the day, there's a lot of narratives behind the situation, and it might not be clear cut. They're saying Haney ain't gonna make it easy for Loma to get this fight.
So you
Haney
telling
just
me
ain't gonna make it easy for this guy.
So Wrapstar, you telling me when T.O. is in his face, he said, I got more followers and I make more money than you. But then when Cambosa, but then he'll let Cambosa get $10 million?
Yeah, true.
But look at this, Wrapstar. Pay attention. Didn't they laugh at Teofimo Lopez and Teofimo Lopez Sr.? And didn't the narrative pushers laugh because Teofimo Lopez and his dad said $10 million, right? They laughed.
They laughed.
And George Cambosa, how much he got? How much he got to fight Devin Haney?
10 million.
Exactly. You see the fuckery? But ain't nobody gonna say it like us. Ain't nobody gonna say it like Punch Drunk and Wrapstar. That's the truth. Ain't nobody talking about that. Didn't the whole world the boxer was making fun of Teofimo Lopez when he said $10 million? And they thought he was crazy. How much did Devin Haney on my channel? Bill Haney said that they wanted to give Teofimo Lopez. Was it $4 million they wanted to get from the zone?
4 million.
Exactly.
4 million, and they still couldn't back it.
So you put your tail between your ass, and you accepted a deal for a Cambosa. You let him get $10 million, but you ain't want no Teofimo Lopez to get $10 million because you ain't had no faith in it. Come on, man. We speak truth out here. People call it hate. I speak truth. People just uncomfortable with the truth. People is uncomfortable with the facts. Those are the facts. It's all out there. It's not even this shit ain't even behind the scenes. This shit was on my channel. That $4 million was on my channel. That making fun of Teofimo Lopez $10 million was on. That was everywhere. But Cambosa, a guy that nobody never heard of, got $10 million. And you signed up for a rematch. The fuck out of here, man. We ain't no damn fools, man. We speak facts. If speaking facts, I get hated for that shit, well, fuck, call me a hater. If speaking facts and being truthful is all of a sudden equates to a hater, then fuck it, I'm a good ass motherfucking hater.
But don't you think that's a big lucrative fight for Devin Haney anyway, to fight Lomachenko? That's big money, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good money. It's a good legacy fight. It's a good money fight. It's everything. Everything in the book. Everything, any fight with Lomachenko is. And look, it's a good fight for Lomachenko as well. I'm not downplaying. I'm not downplaying that chasing Devin Haney is not good. I think that people should chase Devin Haney.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. The facts that the Australian dollar was backing up the $10 million purse, not Bob Arum. Bob Arum never pays that money. That's why when Teofimo Lopez was going to fight for it, you got to remember, it was Peter Khan. They was going to get the money from Australia, but people laughed. People laughed. But now George Kambosos got $10 million off fighting Devin Haney. Ain't nobody want to talk about that. Fuck out of here, man. And I've been bringing facts since last year. Now y'all motherfuckers late. Call it a hate. Call it a hate. Call it a hate. Hey, yo, what you was talking earlier about Bill? Bill, what you was saying, man? What's going on with you and Bill, huh? What you telling the people?
Listen, man, I'm not here to make noise. I'm a one-on-one man. I want to talk to Bill Haney direct. I want him here himself. I don't know why he's hiding, bro. I know he watches Wrapstar on the sly. I know he watches Punch Drunk all the time. But I just said that, you know, at the end of the day, Bill Haney, we showed him love. Support Devin Haney from a long time in England. But, you know, just to see him try and push this thing that, oh, it's just this, it's only LDBC and everybody else can fuck off or nothing, then you know what? We're still rocking with Devin Haney. We don't have to be black just to rock with Devin Haney. What's this he's pushing? So I had to call him out on it. So either he's a racist and that's what he's pushing, and don't let me have to bring out everything else, what those motherfuckers have said about my people and white motherfuckers and white baby crackers, and that's what Bill Haney wants to, you know what I mean, embrace. So I was like calling him out on it, bro.
This is the reason. Look. Let's tell people the real.
He's a user. He knows how to use them. He's not even with them. How about that?
The reason why we talk the way we talk is because we ain't let ourselves be used. So people see that as, oh, Punch, you going out there and hate, or why you saying this, Wrapstar? Come on, man. Because I ain't let myself be used. I ain't in nobody's pockets. I didn't allow myself with that. And you ain't allow yourself with that either. So we become all of a sudden the hater. Get the fuck out of here, man. I just don't hate myself that much to be used.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, that was earlier on, man. I had to call him out on his bullshit. That's all.
And look,
you know what I mean?
He's doing a good job doing it. I'm not saying he's not supposed to do it. I'm not saying that he's not supposed to come to the YTBC and be transparent and get all these channels on his side. Bill Haney has done a wonderful job for putting everybody in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? He's done a wonderful job. That's what he's supposed to do as an independent promoter. Is use these type of platform, put them on your side, and let the people in the YTBC do the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? So he the way he managed all of this, man. This is a genius move by Bill Haney. I know the conversation I had with Bill Haney, so I know his MO. You know what I'm saying? I know what he's doing. I'm just not going. I just didn't allow myself to be one of those other channels that get starstruck and be like, "Oh shit, all right, I'll say it. I'll say whatever you get a phone call. Yo, why you don't say this? Why you don't say this?"
Hey, Punch, you got a new guy here. Says Dickie 2 times. Punch, I don't like you or agreed with you at first, but overall, I know you speak the truth. So he must have done some homework, Punch. He didn't agree with you before, but he's done some homework and he kind of now realizes you did speak the truth. So sometimes, Punch, you got to let people learn.
True. I mean, I understand that sometimes the delivery. Look, is my word against a professional guy that's doing it, that got his son very successful. I admire that. I admire Bill. As a father, I admire him. He's a trailblazer. The Haneys are trailblazer. They've been good decision. I believe that he's a nomination for manager of the year. He's doing what he's supposed to do. But what he tried to maneuver on me, let's not forget look, and I'm not even going to downplay the group, the group or the shirt that he had on. Yo, that's on them. Shout out to them. I don't give a fuck. Shout out to them. I got no beef with nobody, right? But let's not forget that time that we went at it, and he's like, yo, I never liked you anyway, and all that bullshit. Let's not forget, around that time, we having conversation. We talking about our families. How you doing? What's up, Punch? On the back end, you feel me? We was cool. But you know what he said? You know what he said that made me look at him a whole different type of way, and I'd be like, hey, yo, man, that's some fake ass shit. He said, yo, Punch, right after we had that little argument on the panel, and then he called me up the next day and said, was like, yo, Punch, you know I love you. I just can't let the LDBC know that I'm cool with you. That was a year and it changed. And now you see what shirt he had on. Not everybody know the truth. So don't come to Punch and tell me, yo, Punch, yo, why you going that deep? Why you hating, man? Man, they been hating me since day one. He said it to my face. He called me up and said it. I cannot be cool with you on publicly because the LDBC don't want me to be cool with you. They told him don't go to his channel, don't be on the panel, don't be cool with Punch Run Boxing. He told me that shit. So if anybody want to know what it is, and now you see what he's claiming and what he's a part of, come on, man. I'm just speaking truth. I told y'all that shit a year ago, and look what y'all see now. But I'm a hater. Fuck y'all motherfuckers. Y'all know shit. I keep it real. I keep it facts.
Hey, Tycho TV coming at you, bro. Punch is delusional if he's counting Haney out versus twice beaten Loma at 35 years old. This
Man,
fight. Go on.
They call me delusional when I said that Teofimo Lopez going to outbox Lomachenko.
Facts.
They call me delusional when I said that Povetkin was going to knock out Dillian White. Motherfucker, we was all delusional when we picked probably Mike Tyson to beat Buster Douglas, and he got knocked the fuck out. Fuck out of here, man. This is boxing, man. Just because you make a prediction don't make you a hater or nothing like that. You make a prediction. It's rather you wrong, rather you right. That's why you watch boxing. Huh? How many people said that? How many people said that George Cambosa won't pass 3 rounds with Teofimo Lopez?
Yeah.
And what happened? Come on, man.
He passed it. Hey, listen to this. Eazy-E says Haney gonna drop the belts. Loma got all of these people shook right now, making excuses. They have. Loma got people shook right now. Now they're having their meetings like what we're gonna do now. Can't go to 140. T.O. is there. Wow. Is Devin Haney really in a position now that he got to fight somebody after this? Bob Arum was never silly to be in this contract with the Haneys. Am I right or wrong?
Say it again.
Bob Arum was the man that is never going to get played in a contract. So the only way the Haneys can let Bob Arum down is let the belts go.
Yeah, you already know they don't call Bob Arum the Bob father for nothing.
Yeah. They can't fuck with Bob Arum. I know that.
Not even Eddie Hearn. He learned the hard way.
Nobody wants to fuck with Bob.
Come on, man. He got too much pull. He got too much pull. He got too much power. He got too much relationships. He made a lot of people a lot of money in the sport of boxing, man. You can't play with that old man.
Yeah, so that fight, either if Devin Haney doesn't fight Lomachenko next after the Kambosos rematch, then Devin Haney got to let the belts go, basically. I feel like that's how this is going to be presented. Because Loma fought for his country. He was in position. Bob Arum had a contract with Devin Haney that if he beat Kambosos, he'll sign him for a 2 more fight deal. And in that 2 fight deal, Lomachenko is there. So the only way Devin Haney won't fight, huh?
No, go keep going.
No, the only way Devin Haney won't fight is if he lets the belts go. Now, I'm just saying this. Devin Haney, I hope he don't let the belts go. I really wouldn't be happy with that because he's much younger, he's much bigger, just like Tycho TV said, much fresher, much everything else. And he's catching Lomachenko at the last of his stages. He's really catching Lomachenko towards the end of his destination.
Yo, I don't want to hear. Yo, I don't want to hear no. Like if they go, if Devin Haney beats George Kambosos, I don't want to hear DHP say, "Oh, the negotiation this." Nah. Y'all jumped on that George Kambosos easily. Y'all said that y'all got no ball. Don't tell me all of a sudden that the negotiation was good. And you know what they're gonna say? Lomachenko outpriced himself. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit.
You think Devin Haney can't
outprice shit?
A lot of people ain't got confidence that the fight will even happen.
Mm.
You know?
I think it would, man. I mean, maybe this is the. I mean, look. In the end of the day, man, all these guys gonna have that test and gonna need that legacy fight. I believe Devin Haney is. I think Devin Haney is growing and becoming. He's gonna be growing. He had no choice but to grow and gain that confidence and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? More training camps, more sparring, working on his craft. He's a good kid. He don't get in trouble. He's not there in the streets or nothing like that. He don't go way overweight. He's not a drinker. He ain't nothing like that. So I believe that Devin Haney is going to keep on growing. He's learning the business of boxing better than a lot of these young cats. I think that fight. I think that fight. Um, at the point of his career when he beat Cambos, I think he'll take that test. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll take that test. We just got to see if the people around him are willing to risk their investments.
Mm. Man, but look, Lomachenko back, yeah, has got people either they're hating across the pond, we're loving it. Real boxing fans are happy that he's back in the game, you know. So Lomachenko causes noise, punch, and love him or hate him, he brings a lot to the table. So now the man come back and look at the way that he said in the airport, "I want undisputed. I'm
Yeah.
coming for undisputed," basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so how can we put it past the man, man? I mean, I can't go against Lomachenko. I have no reason to. He's just made of something else, and he has got something that I just can't go against. Even if Devin Haney's younger, Devin Haney's got way more better, height advantage and size advantage. That's just, to me, Lomachenko's just got all the skills and attributes to maybe break a fighter like Devin Haney down. So I I gotta say, at this point, if the fight gets made, I want to see what Haney comes with Cambosis this time, to be honest. But I just want to say maybe you might favor Lomachenko 55-45. I'd say you can favor Lomachenko 55-45, 60-40 maybe. Or,
80-20.
nah, come on, Punch. Now you're taking the piss. Nah, you're taking the piss.
Why not?
Nah, you taking this ain't no fucking Richard Comey, bro. This is Devin Haney.
All right. So let's go skill for skill.
Wait. Richard Comey got a harder punch than Devin Haney. Yes or no?
No, I'm saying let's go skill for skill. Lomachenko and Devin Haney. Let's go skill for skill right now.
Go on.
Punching power.
They both might be the same. I mean, all right. Let's ask the chat.
Your team is getting rotten right now. Saying that is the power.
Let's ask the chat, bro. Let's ask the chat. Punching power. I want to see the first three answers, man. Punching power. Hey, we got Terrence Bailey in the fucking in the chat. He wants the link. Should we give Terrence Bailey the link, bro?
Hey, it's your channel, my brother, man. Let everybody in.
No, I'm asking the chat, man. I was gonna shut it down. Shall I be honest with you? I was gonna shut it down, bro. How many likes we got? If somebody first tell me how many likes we got, because I got exclusive fucking shit I do, bro. I make money every hour. I take time out to speak to people. I got an exclusive guest earlier, and I got another exclusive guest in Punch Drunk. Are they supporting the channel, bro? How many likes I got? First, let me see how many likes I got. 42. Man, if I don't get to 50 likes, we're not chopping up anymore, bro. I'm not even sending fucking what's his name? Even if Floyd Mayweather came on here right now. Get me to 50 likes. At least get man to 50 likes. Let's get Terrence Bailey in the building, mate. Terrence Bailey.
So you say the power is the same, Lomachenko and Devin Haney. You going on record for saying that?
I'll say the power is the same. I'm asking the chat, man, to see in it. All right, let me see. Haney couldn't stop Jojo, shaking my head. Lomachenko's more powerful. Loma have more power. Lomachenko, fucking hell. Lomachenko, what the fuck's going on here? Loma, what the fuck's going on here? What, David Haney's much bigger than Lomachenko, man. I've got to play devil's advocate here, mate. Are you telling me Lomachenko got much more power than Devin Haney? Come on, guys. Terrence Bailey Senior, what's happening, bruv? Terrence Bailey, what's going on?
Something going on with the sound.
What's happening?
Can you hear me?
What are you saying?
I can hear you now.
I'm
What's
good,
going
bro,
on, man?
but I can't hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
So we're having a little discussion. We're talking about power. Who has more power, Devin Haney or Lomachenko?
Ain't neither one of them ever hit me, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Terrence. What do you think? What do you think? You don't need to be fucking hit. You know, you got to see from analysing the sport, the boxers. Who do you think's got more power? Fucking
Okay, all right. Look, all right. Okay, how old is Lomachenko? He's like what? January 30, right? How old is he? And Devin is what? 24.
Yeah.
So you look at that aspect right there. Right. So, in Devin's last training session, that was actually recorded and shown. Devin was hitting with a lot of power. I personally think that Devin is operating in a weight class lower than where he should be. I think Devin is being shrunk down, which may be affecting his power. Devin doesn't need power in order to be able to win a fight. We've all seen that. Only time Devin has been vulnerable is when he's tried to please unappreciative fans. Is the only time he's shown himself to be vulnerable, and it was during the Linares fight, which I talked to Bill Haney, and I said, "Man, don't ever do it. Man, tell him don't ever do that again, because these fight fans don't appreciate that. They don't deserve it. Don't put himself in that position again." So when talking about power and stuff like that, when it comes to a fighter like Devin, I'm not putting him in the same category as Mayweather. But Mayweather didn't put himself in bad positions, but he didn't get many knockouts. He got up there and he just got the job done, and he moved on to the next fight. Got the check, kept it pushing. Now, Lomo, in my personal opinion, does a lot of things to try to imitate other fighters and hasn't found his own identity. He's like an early version of Adrian Broner. Like in the fight where he tried to get was it Richard Comey? He tried to get them to stop the fight. He pulls a lot of fake Roy Jones crap. He wants to be Roy so bad. It's not going to happen. The best fighters in that division, he can't beat. The top three, he's not going to be able to beat. He can't beat those top three. If he couldn't beat Tiafimo, who wasn't even the strongest in that division, he's not going to beat. He's not going to beat Tank. He's not going to beat Devin, and but he might beat Ryan. But if Ryan catches him, that's a wrap. If he can get to that fight without being caught by Ryan, he might win. But if Ryan catches him, and Ryan's quick, if Ryan catches him, that's a wrap.
Who's the wrap for who?
Loma.
What do you think? Hey, what's happening? Who's this? Kill or be killed? What's going on, bro?
Yo,
Yeah, man, you're new to the channel, man. What's happening?
yeah, man. What's good? What's good? Just came in, bro. I think I just came in, but I think salute to everybody in the panel first of all. I think Loma has more power. I think Loma has more power, even though he came up from 126. I think he has more power still at 135. I think he has more power than Devin Haney. The thing is, Devin Haney, he can't knock out nobody. You know what I'm saying? When was the last time he knocked out somebody? He hasn't done, and he started at 135. The dude has no power at all. Excuse me. Salute to Bailey and salute to Punch and salute to Wrapstar. But carry on, bro.
Yeah, Punch. So we agreed.
Power. Now, boxing skill or whatnot, where you rely on power and stuff like that. That's one thing. But if you let it's a boxing skill, we don't need power. That's something different. And that definitely is on that level of being master boxers where he doesn't actually need the power. So, power.
You cutting off, bro. I'm not sure if that's my audio, but you cutting off bad.
Yo, I think this. Look. I think a lot. A lot of things that Terrence Bailey was saying it wasn't even. It's kind of actually speechless. You know what I'm saying? The Adrian Broner stuff, comparison, saying Teofimo Lopez wasn't strong. This is what it is. I just hear a lot of feelings. I don't hear the technical side of things. It's a simple question. We go skill for skill. Devin Haney don't got more power than Lomachenko. We haven't displayed that. He don't got better footwork than Lomachenko. He don't got more experience than Lomachenko. He don't got more accolades than Lomachenko. He's not quicker and throw more combinations than Lomachenko. He's not a high value puncher like Lomachenko. Like, it's every category. The only thing we could say offensively of Devin Haney is his jab. And if you think that Devin Haney's jab is going to that's all he needs to beat a Lomachenko, then you haven't been watching boxing. You haven't been watching boxing and Lomachenko. If you think just a jab is going to neutralize a Lomachenko and a jab that can't even give a nosebleed, nah, man, you gotta be special. You gotta be special to beat Lomachenko. You gotta be special to beat Lomachenko. You gotta have more than a jab. You're gonna have to have a pop in that jab. You gotta have some right hands. You gotta have some combination. You're gonna have to fight off the back foot. Even Lomachenko, you can't even clinch Lomachenko. Lomachenko's one of the best at lightweights by fighting off the clinch.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it that he's taller, that he's younger? Come on, man. We seen that. That's lazy analysis. Mm-hmm. That's lazy analysis. We're about to have a fight this weekend with a guy that was bigger, stronger, younger, and still got outboxed by the better technician, the guy that had better footwork and things of that nature. Come on, man. Nobody could come to this panel and go skill for skill with I'm trying to debate Haney and Lomachenko.
Nah, yeah, for sure. I agree everything you said, man. I think if you go down the list, I think the favorite would be Devin Haney, right? But again, when you got this fanboyism, just people just fanboying for Devin Haney, obviously they're just gonna say, "Oh, Devin Haney has a better jab." That's what they always start off with, the jab, right? And they're just gonna go down. Oh, he has better footwork because he can work off the back foot. It's and all that bullshit, bro. But I wanted to ask you, if that fight ever happened, what would you have that fight at? Would you have it in Vegas, or what would you have that fight? What would be, if it was up to you, Punch and Rap? If it was up to y'all, where would y'all pick that? Where would y'all have that fight at?
Oakland, California. Devin Haney's home.
Oh, bro, you too much, bro. Oh, man. Dirty in Oakland?
Hey, time out. Where Lomachenko is at right now? California.
Yeah.
Lomachenko come to the country to get his greatness and to get his world titles. He's not getting his world titles in Ukraine.
Yeah.
This is what he does. What Devin Haney did going to Australia, he did it one time. People make it a big thing that he went out, man. Lomachenko is flying out here every fucking fight.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a regular for Lomachenko. Lomachenko makes one of the best technicians of this era quit Rigondeaux. Not even beat. He made Rigondeaux quit. An Olympian, gold medalist, one of the best technicians, top 5 of this era. Even Floyd Mayweather will vouch for that. He made him quit. Gary Russell Jr. I was surprised that Gary Russell Jr. got outboxed by Lomachenko. And he's an Olympian pedigree as well.
Yeah.
Come on, man. People forget about Lomachenko. That's just all that hate. That's hate on Lomachenko. Devin Haney that has nothing better than Lomachenko. Nothing. The only thing people could say is a jab. You know why? Because that's the only thing that Devin Haney displayed, which is good. It's elite. But you telling me that Devin Haney jab is all Devin Haney needs to be a Lomachenko? Hell no.
Does Devin Haney have a better clinch? Does Devin Haney have a better clinch?
No.
A better hold?
No. When was the last time he clinched? He didn't even clinch. Well, he did clinch Kambosos, but he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
The only time I seen a really good clinch off Devin Haney when it was clinching for his life, for like 4 rounds straight when he fought Linares, and in the early rounds when he clinched, he was hitting in the clinch. But I agree with what you guys said. I think Loma still has a better clinch game than Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Come on. Is it gonna be competitive? I think so. I think Devin Haney is good enough to make it competitive, but we've seen competitive fights still end up 117, 111. Just because it's going to be competitive, that doesn't mean you're going to win.
Hey, yo, one of the subscribers take those fucking funky channels off of there. When these stupid nude adult channels come on there. Your subscribers, you know what I mean? You my subscribers, man. You should be getting them off there. Yeah, man, you're right, man. I don't know, man. I think people have just got there. You know, you got to remember, Lomachenko has proved everything all round about himself. Lomachenko's a proven man. Devin Haney still got a long way to go, but people believe that age factor's cutting in now. Guys, people do believe that this is age does. You can't change age.
But what age
will catch up with you at one day. Age will catch up with you. It'll catch up with you, Punch. It'll catch up with me.
But y'all talking about y'all talking about what the fuck y'all talking about age at 32, 33. What are y'all talking about? Y'all acting like he's pushing 40.
Has Loma took ever any damage?
We already said that. Don't be devil's. Hey, yo, Wrapstar, don't be devil's advocate. Speak real.
Yeah, I already told everybody Loma hasn't took damage.
Yeah, stop doing that, Wrapstar. Stop playing devil's advocate.
Don't be the devil's advocate. Be real.
Man, I already told everybody. I gotta ask you guys. Man, what the fuck? I've been cooking out here for fucking hours.
But what age?
I already told everybody that Loma hasn't took no damage. I want to ask you guys.
33, 34. That ain't old in boxing when you ain't taking no damages. He ain't have 50 fights. He's not even Manny Pacquiao. He ain't 40.
Yeah.
Ain't even should be talking about age.
So we should. The fans shouldn't even be bringing age into it.
Hell no. If Lomachenko was 39, 38, maybe, but come on, man. 33, 30, we ain't talking about Bud Crawford's age. Bud Crawford gonna be 35. And that's the best fight. That's the best fight right now. We ain't talking about Alexander Usyk's age. He's older than Anthony Joshua. Gonna be 36 or probably 36, gonna be 37. And a lot of people got him being Anthony Joshua. Ain't nobody talking about no age, man. Come on. Lomachenko and Lomachenko was younger.
Terence Crawford's 35. He's going in for the biggest fight of his life in his prime.
Exactly. Come on, man. That's when you're taking a lot of punishment, when you lost a lot, when you took punishment. You know what I'm saying? That's the age. That's the real wear and tear. And then in the amateur, he only lost one time.
So okay, so Lomachenko's a favorite then. For it seems for you guys, favorite as well. For like even like I think would it be the favorite with the bookies? You think in America?
Uh,
How can
I,
go
go
ahead?
ahead.
Go ahead, y'all.
All right. I'll say Devin Haney would probably be the favorite, bro. The reason why is just this narrative why they think that type of style that Devin Haney carries is just it's just a style to beat all styles. It's just that's what they think. They push that narrative. And yeah, bro, I think it's just the hype around Devin Haney. I think this is gonna favor him and him being champion. I don't know. I think, but if I was the bookies, definitely put Loma as favorite. I wouldn't fuck up like that. I would definitely put Loma as the favorite. But you know how it is nowadays. They're gonna put Devin Haney. They're pushing this whole Devin Haney bullshit, and that's just what it is, man. I think they're gonna do that shit, man.
Mm. Well, main thing is, man, at least it causes some excitement in the lightweight division. Lomachenko coming back, it brings the division some excitement too. But look, we got a fight which we should be talking about. Yeah, I want to just touch on this. My boy AJ, bro. AJ versus Usyk. It's on Saturday night, people, around the world, from Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. Now, Anthony Joshua, his mindset is going in for the kill, he said. Anthony Joshua said, I'm going to stop this guy and I'm going to stop this guy within 6 rounds. Now, fans are not believing him this time. A lot of fans are like, man, your mindset might be very strong now, AJ, but you showed us in your last fight, bro, that you can't be in there with this guy in a fight. So you better do it in 6 rounds. Because if you don't do it in 6 rounds, this guy's going to box you and he's going to beat you again. What are you
Look,
saying about this fight, bro?
look. I'm rooting for Usyk to win, but I think AJ is going to pull it off. I think it's going to be a stoppage. I'm thinking maybe the ninth or 10th round. That's just my prediction. That's what I think is going to happen in the fight Saturday in Saudi Arabia.
You think AJ is going to get his revenge
Yeah,
and he's going to stop Alexander Usyk in the 9th round?
yeah.
Man, I'm a Brit and I wish I was as confident as you.
Telling you, I'll come Saturday, and we'll talk about it.
Shit, man. What do you think, Terrence Bailey? Are you still there, bro? You just watching the show, yeah? All right, man. Hey, Punch. Are you there, Terrence?
Come on, man. The boxing gods heard what he was saying, man.
Man,
Cut the
Terrence,
mic
man,
off.
by the time you speak, bro, 10 people leave. Where the fuck is he gone? All
Come
right,
on, man.
man. I don't
The
know if
boxing
Terrence is
gods
shook.
heard what he was saying, man. He said, cut the mic off.
Man.
Hey man, hey,
Nah.
bro.
Terrence got shook like Lomachenko's been shaking everyone up.
Holy shit!
I'm sorry. I had to go fix something for my wife. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so what do you think of Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk this weekend?
Oh shit!
What
If
do you
he
think
don't,
about it, bro?
man, him turning out a performance. Man, I don't. Man, look, he damn, he better get mean, man. That nice guy, persona. Uh, that man, that dude better get real mean. He better. He better turn out a performance like him against Klitschko or whatever. You know what? My personal thing with Anthony Joshua. I'll be honest with you. In the beginning, like he had that what's the best way to put it? He had that like he was better than you bully type of thing going on. Like
Aura.
yeah, that or like it was like he was like I'm better than you type thing. Like
That
he went
ego.
yeah ego he beat you and he smiled in your face and this and the other. But then when somebody would stand up to him and like when Ruiz got in his ass, and then he wasn't the same after that. Like
Pause.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. No
Whoa,
homo.
what's
No
going?
homo. You know what I mean? It- when Ruiz beat him, and then he felt like he was somebody beat the bully. You know what I mean? He was like the bully. You know what I mean? The kid on the block, they would what I'm saying, that they would punch you in the face and then smile at you and then walk away. You know what I mean? And then now this guy that has, what I'm saying, like that crazy psychopathic smile that what I'm saying, that should be in a straitjacket, that wears that crazy Superman. What the hell you call that damn hairstyle that this guy wears? And
He's gonna beat the fuck out of AJ with that headshot.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like he's doing everything to get in his head, and uh uh A- AJ hasn't been, in my opinion, but our opinion doesn't matter. But he hasn't been with Garcia long enough to learn whatever system that he has. I mean, I don't know why fighters do this with like less than a year of training to try to learn somebody else's system with less than a year. I don't know why they do this. I mean, it's asinine. With less than a year of
Okay.
training, to try to learn somebody else's system for a big fight. And man, I have no idea. But
All right, man. Well, I gotta go to punch, yeah. But stay here, Terrence, because I want your last views. I'm gonna end this thing on: is Adrian Broner's mental illness? Is he capping, or is he really fucking mentally fucked? I'm gonna talk about that next. But I need Punch's last views on AJ.
On AJ and Usyk, I think a
Yeah.
lot of people emphasize what happened in the first fight. Of course, you got to analyze the first fight, to see the adjustments. I think Anthony Joshua is underrated as an adjuster. We seen him make adjustments versus the Povetkin fight. In the fight, we seen him make adjustment in the Klitschko fight. He showed his fighting spirit. In that Klitschko fight, he made adjustments. He made adjustments after he lost to Andy Ruiz. He didn't blame nobody, even when people wanted to spin a narrative. When the media wanted to spin a narrative, for Anthony Joshua, he said, "Nah, cut it off. I lost fair and square." So it was easy for him to go back inside that in the lab. It's either go back in the lab, back to the drawing board, and work on his craft very, very fast. He came in the second fight, beat Andy Ruiz, and even when there was a spot where Andy Ruiz caught him with a shot, and it was about they about to go toe to toe. Anthony Joshua, a lot of people call it that that maybe he was scared to get knocked out. It's a fair critique, but did he make an adjustment not to get into a fight, to make it a fight with Anthony Joshua, right? I mean, with Andy Ruiz. So he beat Andy Ruiz, so he made adjustments. He lost to Alexander Usyk. What did he do? Right away, he came to America. He was trying to find that trainer. He took his loss like a man. He accepted his loss. Came to America. Went to see Eddie Reynoso. Went to go to Texas to see if he could find a trainer that could work with him. Went to see Shields. Went to see a bunch of people. He got Robert Garcia, right? So this guy is making the adjustments to be great. I mean, he got enough money. He could do. He don't even have to fight no more. So I believe that he makes the proper adjustment. I think he's underrated in making the proper adjustment. I think a lot of people emphasize that Usyk beat the Anthony Joshua because Anthony Joshua game plan was fucked up. I don't believe that he beat Anthony Joshua because of skill set, even though that I believe that Alexander Usyk has the better skill set. But I think it was more about game planning. People critique Anthony Joshua more, not the skill set, but the game plan. Why he didn't fight tall, why he didn't fight his size, why he wasn't strong, why he didn't pose his size and his will and his strength towards Alexander Usyk. So I think that Robert Garcia, that's known to be a motivator, a good motivating coach. Maybe he can motivate him. Maybe he's getting motivated by Robert Garcia. I think he's going to have a different type of game plan and impose his size and will towards Alexander Usyk. And let's see if Alexander Usyk could sustain that type of pressure. If Anthony Joshua fights the way that he fought the first time, Alexander's going to beat him worse. But if he changes his style and pressures Alexander Usyk, get the little man tired that been bulking up 30 pounds. A lot of people talk about that. Anthony Joshua is bulky, that his muscle needs stamina or whatever. Alexander Usyk is bulking up real fast, and let's see if he is the one that's going to be slowing down when Anthony Joshua put that effective pressure. So I think that Anthony Joshua is going to stop Alexander Usyk in the 9th, and he become a 3-time heavyweight champion of the world, time Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. Look, there's something I want to point out.
Wow.
Robert does come up with great game plans. Another thing is the problem is with AJ when he fought the first fight. I think he wanted to outbox the boxer, and if he would have won, his stock would have rose, and there would have been AJ news everywhere saying, everybody would be praising him because they would just say, oh wow, look at AJ. AJ just outboxed a boxer. That would have been a good look on him, and I think that's what. If you looked at the fight, he didn't really sit on his punches. You just see him jabbing more, and then he was just throwing 1 or 2 punch combinations. I think now he's going to walk forward. He's going to play on his feet more. He's going to throw shots more. He's going to set up the jab and right hand and left hook to the body. It's something that's Robert Garcia is great at teaching. Again, it's a short amount of time. It takes a couple of training camps to acclimate yourself with a new trainer, but I think AJ has the experience. Hopefully he doesn't bring up bad habits. We might see them we might see them later in the fight, his old habits. Hopefully he doesn't resort to that, but I think he will listen to hopefully he listens to Robert Garcia, and that will probably win in the fight. That's why I'm very confident on the 9th round TKO stoppage for AJ. But I am rooting for Usyk though. Just what I'm saying.
I think he should lead with I think he should lead with the hook, emphasize the body. Alexander Usyk likes to go side to side, so you try to hit those hooks when he's moving side to side. That right to the body, that left hook to the body, but leave with the hook. Lead with the hook. Don't throw the straight jab. Lead with the hook. And accumulate it with body punches. You're gonna slow Alexander Usyk down, and then throughout the middle rounds, he don't want to move no more. So I think he got to emphasize the body. I think he does have a good uppercut towards the body and to the head. But if you lead with the left hook, I think it's gonna be better for Anthony Joshua, and I think that he's gonna capitalize going to the body, in my opinion. And that's how I have him. But I think Alexander Usyk will beat him if he tries to do the same thing he did the first fight.
Wow, there you have it, man. The fight's a massive fight, though. It's a big fight. So Saturday night, man, we can't wait. You're going to get a breakdown from me the day before the fight. I'm going to go live about that for a bit. So, you're all going to have to wait for my live on that one. That's a great breakdown from all of you. But I'm going to touch on this one now. Terence Bailey, is AB capping? Javante Tank Davis is saying that AB's a bitch. Ryan Garcia's making excuses. He's a bitch. And I fight through my mental illness. And now even Omar Figueroa is saying that AB's just making bullshit up. Some of the boxing fans come out and said, no more sensitive shit, man. We don't want this weak shit. People are saying that they're depressed and they're mentally ill and they can't box. So now there's people at the top making millions and they're not getting their shit together and they're not fighting through it. What do you think about this? Is AB mentally ill? Or is he just bullshitting?
Well, I don't think he's mentally ill. I think he's just right now his emotion. He's just going through. I don't think he's ill, right? But I think he's just going through some emotions right now. Maybe depression more. But I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know much about that, so I really can't comment on that. But I just want to say thank you, fellas, for leaving, having me on the panel. I got to go. I got my son. I got to put him to sleep so he can go to school tomorrow, man. Salute to everybody in the panel. You guys keep doing what you're doing, man. Thank you for having me.
Salute. Take it easy, bro. Salute.
And you know what I'm saying? Hashtag CCD, man. Salute. Peace out.
Peace. Yeah, what'd you say to that, Terence Bailey?
Man, I say with that mental illness stuff, man, a lot of times, bro, you you really can't speak on it, man, if it's not you going through it, man.
Mm.
I could say, you know, myself, not put my own business out there, man. I'm a combat vet. You know what I mean? Uh, I was diagnosed with PTSD. You know what I mean? I served in combat. You know what I mean? Uh, I can't expect nobody to feel what I felt. You know what I mean? I can't expect none of my combat veterans or my battle buddies to feel what I felt, or I can't go through what none of my battle buddies felt. Matter of fact, uh, one of my battle buddies that uh, when my son, I got a duty to warn for my son that was getting beat by well my son was getting beat by his mother with an extension cord, and when my battle buddies had volunteered to drive to Atlanta, Georgia, to pick up my son uh, on a duty to warn, and we drove all the way to Atlanta, Georgia, to get my son. And I would have never known that my battle buddy was going through something, and that not long after that, that he would commit suicide. Stateside. After deployment. I would never known that. He didn't tell me anything that what he was going through or anything. One of the things that I have noticed from a lot of my battle buddies that uh, one of the catalysts from a lot of the soldiers that I've been in contact with, that when they did commit suicide, there was always the common denominator was something had something to do with a woman. But you know, I mean, it is what it is. But there's, I mean, you can't um, you can't judge somebody by their mental by their mental stuff. But some people through the military, I also do know that some people do say, I'm going through a mental thing in order to get out of stuff. In the military, I do know that some people will say they're going through something because they are mentally weak in order to try to get out of stuff. There are some that are going through something, but then there are some that will say they're going through something to try to get out of something because they are mentally weak. So that is a thing. So as a former member of military personnel, it is a thing. So no, anytime that you are people are in an industry of physical exertion, there are individuals who will use mental uh, uh, a mental a thing to get out of it. They will. So yeah, it is a thing. Tank ain't lying. It is a thing. I'm telling you, it is a
I think
thing.
where I agree with Tank is that we're both come from, when he says we both come from two different places, and I think that's real. Like, I think that society wants us just to pity the people that think like Ryan Garcia. It's no problem about what Ryan Garcia did, take time for himself and things of that nature, but don't go against of the people that Javante Tan, like the way that Javante Tan Davis think. He thinks that he deals with his mental illness. He still fights. He deals with his battle, and that's not going to stop him. With Ryan Garcia, he needs to take a step back. Now, both ways could work, but I just feel though the way that the world is going, the society going, throwing this mental illness, having all these famous people talk about mental illness, these artists that talk about mental illness, these artists and these athletes actually are influencers of the have-nots. You know what I'm saying? The kids from poverty structure areas and born and raised in unfortunate backgrounds, they look up to guys like Ryan Garcia and Javante San Davis and these athletes as a standard of making it out the hood or making it out from the same circumstances that they relate to. If they start having all these people come publicly saying that, you know what, it's mental illness and I have to stop doing what I'm doing and stuff like that. A lot of people, man, a lot of people are struggling right now. And I don't believe that just because you have mental illness, the bravery thing, now they call it bravery when you mention mental illness and you're brave for I think bravery comes when you identify that you have it, you educate yourself on what you have, but yet you're pulling through and you pushing through. And that's what we saw from Danny Swift Garcia several weeks ago when his emotions poured out, yet he fought. You know what I'm saying? So then that gives the motivation and inspiration for the people that's going through something, or the people that's going through mental illness, that I got something, but I'm gonna keep on pushing, I'm gonna keep on working. I still gotta provide for my family, I still gotta provide for the people that influence the people and motivate the people that look up to me, because they're gonna see my strength, they're gonna see me pull through this. Not quitting because you just letting the people know, hey, or you letting kids know, you know what I'm saying, if school gets too tough and you're getting anxiety, I can't go to school for 2 weeks, you know what I mean? Let me drop out of school and probably I'll go back the next year. Nah, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Have a good support system, have people that's going to be genuine and thinking about you, but also not letting you stop doing what you're doing, not blanking out, not shutting down. Put it that way, not shutting down. And I believe what Ryan Garcia did was shut down, needed to go to vacation. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, even if I was going through something, man, I'm not taking a vacation because that's me taking a vacation for my kids. How about if my kid need me when I feel down, when I'm on vacation? How about if you and your kids suffer from anxiety? How you gonna help your kids? So you got to be the strong one to pull through. And I believe these guys have the nature to be fighters. They fighters. They know how to deal with adversity. They know how to take. They know how to take more than the normal human. Like a guy, like a person that served, like a person that go to war. You understand what I'm saying? So again, I like what Javante Tan Davis. I believe that type of mindset is what motivates and what inspires. The Ryan Garcia, I understand him. If it works for him, it works for him. But I don't think that they should be pushing that type of narrative that, you know what I'm saying, I got mental illness and I'm dealing with things and I got to take time for myself and I got to quit for the moment. I got to pull out from a fight. I got to sit on the bench. I got to not play. I got to leave my teammates hanging. I got to leave my family hanging just to deal with myself. Nah, I don't think that's strength, in my opinion. I believe they're more weaker in that moment. That's just my opinion. But there's a lot of layers to mental illness. I'm not saying I know it all. There's a lot of layers. There's a lot of examples. I'm just saying, for me, to motivate the youth and motivate the community and motivate the people that look up to you, I don't think that's the right message. I think if you're going to quit, I think you keep it to yourself and don't go publicly saying that you got this and then you quit and leave people hanging.
Well, not if you're going to get to a point of being an Oliver McCall. Now, there's a point. If you're going to be a point of being an Oliver McCall, or what was that other heavyweight that ended up in prison for doing some god awful stuff? Damn, what was his name? The dude could probably have beat. He would have definitely had beat the hell out of Mike Tyson. What was his name? He was it Clifford Etienne? What the hell's his name?
I don't know.
The dude was bad as hell. I can't remember his damn name, but he was a bad dude. But you don't want to be a Clifford Oliver McCall or something like that. But these dudes is far from
Who are
that.
you talking about? Andrew Galotta?
No. He was a black dude. He was African.
What in which sport?
African in boxing. He ended up in prison.
Okay.
He had a mental breakdown. There have been many mental breakdowns in boxing.
Oliver McCall had a mental breakdown with Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, but there was
He
another
did.
guy.
He did have a mental breakdown, but Lennox Lewis still whoop his ass, and that's what I'm
No,
saying. You still
no. There was another guy who ended up in prison through a mental breakdown. I can't remember his name. Was it Clifford Etienne? It was another guy. I can't remember who it was. But he had a severe mental breakdown. But he was a very, very gifted boxer, and they said that he would have beat Mike Tyson had he not had that mental breakdown. I can't remember what his name was.
look. Put it
Anyway,
this way. Look,
carry on.
people could see it different way. Even with the Oliver McCall, people could see it and translate it to life one way. You could see it like this. Look, if you're dealing with mental illness, if you don't fight back, if you don't keep on fighting, you're gonna get your ass whooped. You could translate that life is gonna whoop your ass if you stop and don't fight back. Or people could say, he should have never been in the ring, and that would have saved him from his ass whooping, right? So people could look at it certain ways, but we have people that have dealt with things and shown that they could still push and they could still fight. And I'm just saying, not fighting in the ring, but fight in life. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we see the difference. That's why some people could be like, "Damn, Ryan Garcia," but then they would give props to a fighter that's dealing with the same thing and still fighting. You understand? Look, Omar Figueroa is dealing with mental illness as well, but he's prepared to fight. Adrian Broner don't. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson, we already know his story. Sugar Ray Leonard, we know his story, being molested and stuff like that. He was suffering from mental illness. Oscar De La Hoya was suffering from mental illness. Ricky Hatton was suffering from mental illness. Nigel Benn was suffering from mental illness. A lot of fighters do suffer from mental illness, but there's other fighters that give us the example that they keep carrying on, they keep on pushing, they keep on fighting. So when we see a fighter or athlete pull out, we start thinking about those athletes that didn't pull out. We start thinking about those athletes that fought through. So we give those athletes the benefit of the doubt, and we consider the other athletes that pull out and quit the weaker ones.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yo, Wrapstar, man, I'm out. Thank you for having me on the panel. Everybody in the chat, everybody in the panel, God bless my brother.
Yeah, man. With respect, man. What a great show we had, man. We touched on some good topics today. We had my guy Rick Glazer on earlier. You know what I mean? We touched on some hard topics. But yo, smash that like button on your way out. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Bailey, thanks for coming through. I'm gonna be live on the next one talking about Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk just before the fight. You know what I mean? But everybody who came through, man, thanks for supporting your boy. Working hard out here. We bring you some good insight content with Rick Glazer earlier, Punch Drunk, everybody else who joined. Until the next one, I'm out of here, people. God bless. Peace.